Hello, and welcome to the
Hello.
Party Dungeon. This is Dungeon Party. As always, I'm your DM, Blake Peoples, and here's your cast. I forgot to turn on the music, but it's here now.
Oh no.
We're all here, and so's the music. How's everybody doing?
Who was or chat?
Everyone in the whole world.
Well, chat can't respond, but we can.
Chat can respond.
Chat can definitely
No,
They
respond.
can respond. That's the point.
If anybody responds, they're getting banned.
I mean, they can't respond, but none of
Everyone
us have Twitch open, so none of us are gonna see it.
None of us
Yeah,
have
I'm
it
getting
open.
there.
Yeah,
I'm getting
none of
there.
us,
I'm
definitely.
a little slow on the Twitch today.
No,
Slow.
Phoenix, none of us watch the chat.
We don't?
No, we don't.
Oh,
Now we don't.
yeah.
I actively
No, we
try
do not.
Well, I mean, our chat's so toxic all the time.
This sucks. This
I
bit's
know.
the worst.
It's
There's,
insane.
it's just a few of the people in there though. Like the one, like that one person called Too Erotic Not Funny.
Uh-huh.
The one that's like Goof Troop 69 or whatever they are.
Okay, it's not 69 anymore. I'm a professional.
Toxic people.
They're so toxic. They keep asking me to take my shirt off.
Are you asking yourself to strip through Twitch chat?
Michael astroturfing the Twitch chat.
Don't make me strip, guys. Oh my gosh. Like, don't. Just
They keep-
don't make me strip.
Chat keeps spamming clavicle.
Clavicle. Listen,
Clavicle.
clavicle.
Oh, now it worked. Now chat's actually doing it.
Yeah,
Hey,
you
hey.
caused this, Michael.
We
I did not.
Chat.
Regardless, we're here to play some D&D for you. It's our 10th session, y'all. 10th session of Bright Futures. Would you look at that?
It's
No,
only
it's
our
not.
10th session.
Yeah, it's our 10th. It's our 10th session of Bright Futures. We've gotten through one
A
in-game week.
Haven't we been playing for like 5 months?
We've been playing for a long time, yeah.
I can't believe we've only played together 10 times.
Ever. Only 10 times ever.
Ever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really have any announcements. Oh yeah, Iron Horizons, we're pushing it back a week. We're not doing it this Tuesday, we're doing it next Tuesday. So, this Tuesday, we'll do something else.
Phoenix,
You'll
why would
see.
you do that to all of your fans?
Wow,
Make them
Phoenix.
wait.
It
Wow.
wasn't my fault.
I'm pretty sure
It
you're
wasn't-
running this
it
thing,
wasn't
so
Phoenix's
everything.
fault.
Can you not ruin my bit?
What? Oh, sorry, it was a bit.
I'm gonna yeet both of these at your head.
But
I have an announcement.
yes.
It's snowing in Texas.
Oh,
End of the world.
huh. It's
That's an
snowing in
apocalypse shit.
Texas. Well,
Sounds like climate change.
that's not great.
Is that like one of those? The rain in Spain
No.
falls mainly on the plains.
Yeah, but it's
It's
for
the
a
sequel-
Texas accent instead
It's
of a
the
British
sequel to
one.
the book A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. Snow falls in
The
Texas.
snow falls in.
Yeah, I mean, other than that horrible reality, and the slightly less horrible but a little sad reality of Lancer being pushed back to week, I think that's everything for announcements, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, let's get ready for some fucking blast ball, y'all. That's not how we're starting the session.
I was
though.
gonna
I was
say,
gonna say,
I just
honestly,
it
I
will
don't remember
happen.
how we ended.
I don't remember how we ended either.
I'll tell you how
I
we
will-
ended.
okay.
Recap time.
I got that recap.
I know it was a lot of Septon and Una, so we're
Yeah.
gonna relax for the first 2 hours.
You guys carry this one.
Please, you guys take it.
Would you
So-
mind actually playing my character for me while you're at
You
it?
know, why don't you guys all
yeah.
AFK? I'll just play everybody's character. I'll just RP
Oh,
with myself
yeah.
for a
Chelsea
couple
and Peter
hours.
just steamroll so much that they can just play the whole campaign.
Oh.
Just leave. We can both leave the Discord and ruin the overlay.
Please don't. Regardless,
One less click away.
last week, our gang learned how to play blast ball and thoroughly destroyed the defending, or not the defending champs, the random assortment of guards that their coach Johnson had put together.
Gianson.
Yep, good old
Gianse.
Willie J.
Gianson.
Beyonce. There he goes.
Brum,
His
brum.
motorcycle right there. There goes Johnson.
In my mum's car.
After
Get out
which,
me car.
Septon and Una went to go to work. While they were on their journey, Shandi got a really mean letter from his adoptive father, and Tether got asked to come to an experiment by Ellie, the girl who pretty much lives in the library. I think Taryn just chilled. I think he just got some downtime.
Just got
Some
some.
bird time.
Some bird time for
bird
Taryn.
Has he ever done the thing where he puts water in his mouth and then has his mouth open, staring
birds.
upwards, so like a bird bath?
Oh.
Yeah.
Regardless, at work, Una and Septon
bird.
both had an interesting time where Una witnessed a murder, more or less, as a bloodied dwarf came through, asked for a gem to be identified, and left and died on the street. That gem turned out to be the fragment of a living creature, whatever that means. And Septon met not one but two separate cryptals, members of a very secret brotherhood of very hated kind of people. One of them was looking for somebody with a great treasure and seemed to have been come from fight, and the other one was escorting a young woman elsewhere. And I'll let you guess who the chill one was. But they met up and talked about what happened to them, and they stayed over in the inn while Tether stayed up all night waiting for them to get home. And we left off with everybody returning home. Una and Septon bringing with them a beetle pendant and a bloodied dwarven note. And that's about where we left off. As I'm pretty sure you guys were all just like hanging out in the house. So from here, the weekend, because it is currently, you can uncover that first thing that I sent you guys. No, it is currently the 23rd of cast. So that's a thing. What we're gonna do is we're gonna skip through to the 29th of cast using our super cool Dungeon Party patented time skip persona thing.
Wait, is that only 4 days?
No. It's
No.
a week, dude.
23rd to the 29th.
How many
Let me
days are
see.
in the week in this
full
fantasy
week.
universe?
It's a full week. Well, it's
Oh,
one
I'm-
day less than a week. It's Saturday right now. We're skipping to next Friday.
Okay, I must have misunderstood you.
Are the days named Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Like, theoretically, no, but I haven't come up with a better one yet, so for now, that's what we're using.
Two woo, two woo,
Yeah,
three
there
woo.
it is.
Moo, two woo. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh. I found that.
Do you have me muted or something?
Well,
Can you
on
not
my, yeah,
hear
'cause I'm
me?
trying to hear you IRL. I found that trying to refer to days of the week as something besides Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday just feels really dumb.
It does.
Like, really,
Yeah,
'cause it's
I've tried
so
it in the past.
ingrained. Yeah.
It's gross.
Like, oh, it's Morndas. Whatever the hell that means.
I already feel weird enough talking about months with made-up month names, so I'm like, we'll just keep the day names for now.
The worst one is in a lot of the like Wizards official stuff. You use a 10-day instead of a week. Like every 10 days, it's so confusing.
I don't like that. There's different numbers of months and days in the months in this, but if you want more information about that, I can send you a document. You guys or chat, whoever prefers. But you're nearing the end of the last month of summer. Cast is the final month of summer, and you are nearing the end of it. So, if there's anything you want to do this weekend before we jump into the time skip thing, let me know now. Otherwise, we'll hop right into it.
Do we need
Let's
to like?
jump right into it.
No,
I was gonna say, do we need to declare our like what we're projects?
Well,
are
that's
now, or-
we'll get to that. But if there's anything you'd like to do before we sort of jump into time skip, like anything you'd like to do this day before we move on,
I would like time to reread that document you sent.
fair enough.
No, I actually do have an actual thing.
Word.
I wanted to look up some things that Elitha told me to after my presentation, which was the origins of halflings in the Age of Barbarism and look into why they were exiled from Celos.
Awesome. You can do that. Let's call that just... we'll call it an investigation check to scour the library for stuff like that.
Oh. Investigation. 16.
16, yeah. So it's pretty tracing. It's fairly easy to trace roots of halflings back to the days of barbarism. They were originally part of a group known as as far as like recorded history is concerned, they were originally part of a group known as the Blood of Assyria, which was a term coined before the world was named Assyria, which was a coalition of elves, dwarves, halflings, gnomes, and humans who opposed the Iluith, who were a sort of progenitor race that no longer exists. They ruled over the current continent that you guys live on, now called Renarsia, previously called Vagel. Thanks for the bit for Michael's performance. Peebs. They ruled over the place with an iron fist, but mysteriously disappeared one day. Nobody really knows why, and all of their cities were buried in the earth overnight. It's one of the big mysteries of the world. But the halflings, along with the rest of the Blood of Assyria, escaped to Celos near the beginning of the Age of Sunrise, and were welcomed into Selosian society, as this book would have you believe, though other accounts make it clear that the Blood of Assyria had a difficult time acclimating to Selosian culture. You don't find as much luck for your specific clan and their reason for exile. You'd probably have to spend more time looking into that.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Anything else before we jump into that sweet time skip? Cool. So, as far as the time skip is concerned, the way we're going to run this, and this is a little review for you guys, and also just to let everybody else know. As we move quickly through time, we will take sped up time week by week. And for each week, each student will be allotted several things. 3 things, in fact. The first is a curricular focus for the week. For now, those curricular focuses should be chosen from your academics, tactics, or politics classes. So you choose one class to... Obviously, you go to all the classes in the week in the lore, but you choose one class to focus on this week, and you get bonuses based off of what class you focus on. These bonuses can be used to buy skill proficiency, feats, or eventually ability score improvements. As time goes on, as more opportunities open themselves up to the Bright Futures program, more academic focuses will be added, but for now, that's what we're starting with. The second thing you guys get, so you get curricular, you also get an extracurricular focus for the week. And that can be pretty much whatever you want it to be. From extra study to working extra hard or starting a project. And we'll deal with those on a case-by-case basis. And what you get out of them depends on what you put into them. And the final thing that occurs each week is each of you gets to have a minimum of 1 RP unrelated to your other 2 activities. Those can either be with other players or with NPCs, and there's no limit to them. We can do as much as we want or as little. Well, as little as we want, as we have 1 per each person. So what'll happen is we'll go around doing academic focus, curricular focus, extracurricular focus, and then we'll go 1 RP at a time, and if people want to have a second one, then we'll get to that as well. So, yeah. Who wants to go first? Who wants to list their curricular focus first for the week? Go for it, Michael.
Tether would like to focus on this week on her academics, as apparently this book fad is still happening.
That it is. Cool. You spend the week studying extremely hard in academics, as well as learning how to read, which is much to Elitha's delight. She's very gentle in helping you along, and she seems really eager at your progress. I'm just gonna go down the list that I have here, if that's all right. Turn. What would you like to focus on academically?
May I roll a D3 to
Sure.
to decide what Turn's wandering mind wants to focus on for the week?
That works.
He's gonna see a bird in that class, and that's the one he focuses on.
Or like
Typical 1 on the Phoenix roll counter.
whenever so 1, 2 will be one. I'll just D6 divided by 2.
Sure.
And it's a 6, so that means I study politics.
All right. Your focus is on politics, much to Coldwell's surprise, as your participation in previous classes has been somewhat lacking. This week you seem at least mildly interested, and Colrell is quite excited about that. And they,
I like to think that the question he posed me got my brain started engaging me.
yeah, they with your sort of collateral damage issue, had a good time discussing that. Una
Is gonna stay in her comfort zone and go with Tether and work on some more academics.
Awesome. You spend your week. In fact, you're probably one of the driving forces of Tether's learning to read situation. But in teaching someone how to read, you end up learning a lot about the books that they've chosen to read yourself.
Cool.
All right, Septon.
Septon is, after being put on the spot multiple times at his job, is going to consider that politics might be something to get more into.
Awesome.
Not necessarily large-scale politics, but interpersonal politics, which might cause a brief misunderstanding with Colrell, but it's not how he means it.
Corel is unsurprised that you've taken such an interest. Not that kind of interest, mind you, but they could tell that there was sort of that interpersonal air about you, and they've actually taken some extra time set aside to talk to you, as you are a bard, and often the bard represents the face of any adventuring party, so they've been giving you some special tips and tricks. And Shandi.
I am going to just pull back and focus on my martial discipline and do some tactics.
Brahm is really appreciative that somebody chose to hang out with him this week.
Somebody chose to go do this.
Aw, Braun.
Brahm runs you through a lot of difficult drills, and he finds that your training is actually quite impressive. He makes several snide remarks about how he thought he was going to have to train everybody from the ground up, but at least with you, he knows that there's a pretty solid base. He starts running you through some of his own drills from his young life, though without actively prying, he won't tell you what those drills are from. You've never seen anything quite like them before, but they are pretty helpful. Cool.
You just described my conditioning class.
Pretty much.
I learned these somewhere along the way.
Here you go. All right, so now let's talk extracurricular. So extracurricular, it can be anything from working more in a class, working harder at your job, starting a project, or something completely different. So does anybody have any ideas on where they would like to start extracurricularly?
I've got one, if nobody else wants to go.
Go for it.
Septon got a taste for the ball, and he's on the court practicing.
Gotcha. Practicing blast ball.
Septon's
Tasted
putting
that.
in hours at blast ball.
Perfect. Practicing blast ball. All right. So, I'm going to start a project for you, which is, I'm going to name Blast Ball Pro. It's going to be a pretty quick project, but by the end of it, by the project's completion, you are going to have advantage on athletics checks made while playing Blast Ball. And
I need a quieter keyboard for when we're on stream.
me too. So what I want you to do for me is roll an athletics check to see how well you practice this week towards your goal.
Oh, athletics. It's one of the few things Septim is pretty good at. Oh no, only a 12.
Only 12. All right, so you're working at it for sure. You make some progress this week, and Johnson is pretty excited about your enthusiasm for the sport as well as your dedication to practicing it. While you practice, it should be noted, people have started to come watch the practices. Mrs. Lee is the most prominent among them, but there's several members of the staff of the
Thanks, Mom.
there's several members of the staff of the library that hang around practices, and as well as Nolare from the kitchen. As the week progresses, you begin to notice that Mrs. Lee has started to sew orange and green flags together and is bringing them to practices and handing them out to people.
I forgot that was going to be our team's colors.
Orange and green.
Yeah.
Didn't we all wear that one day?
That's pretty much everybody but Shandi. Yeah. Also, through your practice of Blast Ball, you hear a lot more about the theory from Johnson, like the theory behind the game, as well as people's interest in the game. And you realize Blast Ball is pretty much the national sport of Zymor. People take this real seriously. There's college leagues. There's a major league. It's pretty big. It's more or less akin to what football is in America. That's how sort of fervently it is followed in Zymor. Cool. So yeah, you have not completed your Blast Ball Pro project, but you've made some progress this week. Cool. Who's next? Michael.
I am. But also, I'd like to imagine there's also, like, people our age watching, like, Septim, what are you doing after practice? Do you need some water?
The majority of the people who come from Felfrick College are unsurprisingly rooting for Felfrick College in the upcoming game. So you don't get a whole lot of those people coming to support you at practices, but there's definitely some just townies, more or less, being like,
He's a jock. Okay, my project. Heather wants to start on her deadly plant garden. Both in her room and around the house.
Fucking Jumanji up in here.
Okay. So, describe to me what you want out of this deadly plant garden.
Everyone dead within 6 weeks.
Yeah. No, I'm like... Okay,
Michael,
so I'm thinking,
I love your sweater.
Thank you.
Is it a sweater or is
It's a
yeah?
sweater.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
When we're back in
thinking
person,
like...
I'm stealing it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you could totally steal it. I'm like thinking like poison ivies along the back, and along like the outer walls of the house, and like oleander, nightshade, lily of the valley, rhubarb, like very pretty, like beautiful wisteria, hemlock, foxglove. But it's like it's a beautiful garden around the house, and a bit of it in like our room as well because we have soil.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah.
So this is slightly more of an extensive project than getting good at Blast Ball, so the clock is going to be slightly longer.
That's fine.
For this one. And your reward at the end of this is more or less a fully replenishable supply of deadly plants. So I would like you to make either a nature or survival check for working on the project this week.
I'll be doing survival. Oh, my dice block is all the way over here.
I guess that makes sense. And I guess going forward, for the first half of the project, it's going to be survival, and the second half of the project, it'll probably be nature as you make the garden happen. Right now, you're just finding the plants.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. I had to take my headphones off.
Yeah, survival is great. The first half of the project we'll call survival. The second half we'll call nature, because the first half you're finding the plants, the second half you're making them grow in a garden.
$16 plus. Where's my survival? I hate it when your character sheet like unzooms in, so you have to like you can't see anything. 7.
Total?
Which is...
Oh.
No, my survival is 7. Sorry.
Word.
23?
Yeah, that's you have an eye for this sort of thing, unsurprisingly. You are able to more or less sniff out where all these plants are, and you do a very, very good job of collecting them. You're 2/3 of the way done with collecting all the plants that you need. So you're killing it. Very good job.
Isn't there like roll a d4?
What?
Or is we're not doing that?
Roll a d4 for what?
I'm sorry. Projects 20 plus 1d4 weeks of progress.
Oh, I rolled it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Sorry. Yeah. Who's next? Go for it.
Was that to me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I have a little roll table put together. I'm just gonna run each one of these by you, and you can okay them, and then I'll roll on it. That's what turn focuses on.
Perfect.
So number 1 would just be extra work, which is on there. Number 2 would be extra study. Number 3 is I would want to
World domination.
World domination.
World domination. I want to focus on my bark skin ability and just try to explore that. Number 4 is I just spend my time fraternizing at the tavern in town.
Ooh.
Number 5 is I do what I gotta do to get an aviary built, like in the crawl space above our room, so sort of attached to our house. And number 6 is I just get distracted with what one of my friends are doing, and I just help them for the week.
Cool.
We're gonna literally have one of those, like, remember, like the birdhouse in the Philadelphia Zoo, or like that place in the Taronga Zoo, where you just walk in and there's birds and plants everywhere.
Like the room you walk through. Yeah.
I'm going full Elvis jungle room.
Yeah, Turn and Tether working together to turn the house into the outside.
I'll try to find some nice pictures of it when we could travel. And...
Cool. So I'm gonna, if all those are good, I'm gonna roll a d6.
That's great.
These dice are really.
I rolled a
very
4,
important.
so I spend my time at the tavern in town, just talking to people,
Word.
sharing stories, getting to know who's there.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Why don't you roll a charisma check for me?
Oh, hell yeah. This is a flat charisma check.
Yeah.
I rolled a 4.
4 total.
Yeah. I rolled
Okay.
a 5.
You make a couple enemies.
What don't they like about me?
It's hard to say. Let me write down several in-town enemies. You make a few enemies, primarily among the more business class of the citizenry.
I probably would just talk about how pointless business is to them.
Yeah, they don't seem to like that so much. They don't like your sort of out-of-towner ways. They don't really support the Bright Futures program, and they're mad that you and your friends are here doing what you're doing so close to their town, because it sort of takes a focus off of their enterprises. So you rub some people the wrong way in the tavern this week.
Okay.
Sweet. Who's next? We got Una and Shandi left.
I'll go. Based on the events of yesterday, or whatever day it was, I want to spend not like a whole lot of extra hours, but just maybe a few, like a half hour or an extra hour a day at work,
Cool.
just to make sure everything's okay, especially like at a time when suspicious people might come in. So maybe staying a little bit later in the evening, make sure Gilligan's okay.
Awesome.
And also, wait, I actually wrote this down. Hold on. I have a million Google Docs up right now.
Oh, so do I.
Apologize.
It's upsetting how much I have.
And then also to try to like listen and observe those who come in and try to expand my experience and worldview outside of Hagen and outside of Hellvest.
Sure. Awesome. As far as working extra is concerned, you take a couple extra shifts and you will make your extra allowance for the week, which I'll tell you when we hit the end of the week here. And as far as listening in on stuff, I'll say make a perception. We'll call it a perception check.
Cool. Actually, Blake, for these, would you prefer if I don't use a side-bolstered knack for these types of things?
Yeah, because it's more of a long-term thing rather than
Yeah.
just a one-time situation.
That's what I figured. Wanted to make sure. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, 9.
Yeah, surprisingly, there's a lot of work to be done at the magic item store, so you don't have a ton of time to really eavesdrop. Most of the week you're restocking rapidly or identifying with Gilligan, so you sort of you don't hear much. As far as you can tell, the gem is still there, and you and Gilligan are keeping under close wraps. You've not received a visit from the Sawtooth Swordsman, and yeah, so you will make extra money that way. Shandi, what would you like to do extracurricularly this week?
I would like to poke around the library and see if I can find some information about Casimir Orion.
All right, cool. Make an investigation check for me.
10.
You find not a ton, but over the course of an entire week, you do find some stuff. And the stuff that you find is this. Casimir Orion is a duke from Caerleone. Specifically, he lived in Warthank for a good number of his years. His parents were Duke and Duchess of Vernarcia, of Caerleone, who lived in Warthank as well. He inherited their estate, though his parents were quite fond of travel, and because of that, as a young man, he has traveled many places, including several places that are almost impossible to get to without a certain level of status. It's said that he's been to the lands the gods forgot, Fool's Paradise, Karth, and even up into Skembra. He is known as a very generous benefactor. In all his years, he has donated huge amounts of wealth into restoration projects that would benefit the people near the project. A lot of his work recently has been in restoring the Hagen estate and opening up a public library for the people around. But he's done other things before that. There was an old castle down near the Bergen Coalition that he renovated and turned into more or less a hotel for incredibly cheap prices and long-term rentals. He renovated some aqueducts that are down near the bridge towns that lead to Salos. He's done all sorts of things. Though usually it revolves around unearthing old ruins and making them usable for modern-day people. There is a bit of a dark spot in the history. He disappeared for 10 years. Not disappeared. People just didn't really... He stopped publicly endorsing projects. He stopped traveling quite as much and holed himself up in his estate in Warthank for 10 years, about 5 years ago. So it ended about 5 years ago. And as soon as that ended, he began work on the Bright Futures program. That's about all you can get for now. You could probably delve a little bit deeper, but you do get the sense this is a library curated by him, so information about him might be a little harder to find in it.
Okay.
Cool. And those are our extracurriculars for the week. So, beyond that, those of you with jobs, which is Turn, Una, and Septon. In Turn, they probably also don't like you because you're a guard. This probably has something to do with it as well.
That makes sense, but I'm not ratting anybody out. Or wait, does that make me a bad guard?
They don't know you. They don't know that. Turn, you get 10 gold pieces for your work this week. Una, because you worked extra, as well as the extra work that you did the week before, you get Sorry, let me count this out. So that'd be 65 gold for this week. And Septon, you get 15 gold this week. Plus 30 gold for your extra long shift on Friday. / last week. So 45 in total. Cool. And now we move to them RPs. Anybody have an RP they want to start with?
I mean, I have one.
Cool. Go for it. Why don't you start us off? Who are you RPing with, and when during the week do you think you would be doing it?
I think, well, this is definitely with Una. And I think it's like Sunday night.
Cool.
And we're gonna paint her room to look like a forest.
All right. So yeah, you
And
go for it.
no, well, so I don't know why I'm saying this, but remember, Una grew up painting sets
That is
with
true.
her parents.
That is super true.
So I'm hoping that will help
We'll see.
make this ultra realistic, or maybe ultra cartoonish. Maybe knowing my family, it was cartoonish.
So Johnson has delivered you the paints that you requested. He looks a little concerned. He's like, just make sure you don't, draw anything profane or something. Sometimes people are going to be coming through to investors will be coming by to see what's going on. But it's your room, so do whatever.
Johnson,
Yeah.
it's us.
Sheena told me I had to warn you guys.
Okay, I'm like, remember, this isn't for the boys' room.
No, I don't know if I would have probably come up with an excuse why they couldn't paint their room. So, yeah.
Chanting heard in the background for the boys' room.
The walls are already painted.
Yikes. Yeah, Tether. Yes.
Okay, you just made me nervous. I don't really know what you would mean, so can you give me some examples on profane things we would draw?
Any demonic symbols wouldn't be great. Any sort of pornographic imagery, probably want to avoid. Foul language, maybe not great either. Yes, Tether.
One of those words was a word I did not know.
Which one?
The middle one.
Pornographic imagery?
Una starts just preparing the paints.
I've seen graphs. I've seen graphs.
No,
in the library.
it's not.
You don't
graphs.
like line graphs?
No, it's not.
Bar graphs.
Line
graphs.
It's not a graphs. It's a different. It's a different thing.
Where's Karasu when you need him?
Karasu's learning these things right now.
I don't like that.
Tether. What? Do you know how? Do you know how?
Hey, Johnson. I think I can help.
Thank you.
I can take this one.
Thank you so much, Una. You were a lifesaver. I gotta good luck. And he just face completely beat red, just sprints out of there as fast as he can.
Well, that was weird. But we have the paints now. We have greens. We have blues. We have purples. We have a little bit of. We have black. We have white. We have brown. We have yellow. We have orange. We don't have orange, but we could make orange. Mm-hmm. We have red. Mm-hmm. And I still have some glitter.
Cool.
Well, my first question is, should it be nighttime or daytime?
What if we did like one side nighttime, the other side daytime, and in the middle it could like transition.
Like a sunset or sunrise.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we should do the ceiling first because that's where the light comes and that's where all the shadows will be.
Mm-hmm.
So do you want to follow the sun's natural path or do we make our own path? What's your favorite constellation?
What?
The star drawings.
What's a constellation?
Okay, I'll do the constellations.
Wait,
wow,
no,
I know something you don't know. I know something you don't know. Okay, you can make pictures out of stars by connecting the dots.
Oh. Oh, cool. Okay.
But we can make our own constellation.
Yeah. Oh, wait. We could do one for like you and me, and maybe
one
the
for the boys' room.
Maybe.
What will the shape be?
Or instead, we could do like for you. We could do like maybe like a mushroom. We could do like a dagger for me, or like, and then like a bird for turn. Maybe like thimbles instead of just like a bunch of stick figures, you know?
You're right. We could do like claws for Sean D.
Mm-hmm.
If you have
Does Shandi have claws? Shandi's little cat boy, right?
I thought. Do you not grow claws?
I don't think I actually do. I think I just get slightly more animalistic in my features, but I don't think I get claws.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
That was just a meme from last time.
Peep said it, yeah. Cat ears, maybe.
Cat ears for Shandi and for turn. You know what? They also probably don't like you because of your giant pink cat ears. That might have something to do with that.
That's the reason to like somebody, though. So
it's the reason I'd like somebody. But...
So,
he kept rolling to notice Bulgy in the tavern.
So people don't like that.
Hold on, was I in the tavern during all this?
Sometimes, yeah.
He was ranking bulgies in the tavern.
So Tether, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start on like a nice base coat first. Some real great paint RP, guys. I'm so sorry.
I'm having a good time.
And then we can wait and sit there and watch it as it dries.
I mean, it's a thin coat. It'll dry pretty fast. As I go around, you can start like sketching out like with a bit, I don't know, chalk. We probably have a little bit of a chalk, I don't know, to like outline kind of what, if you want like a really big tree somewhere,
Yeah,
or, like, if you want a rock somewhere, so you can do that. Maybe.
Okay, cool.
Oh, and since you can crawl on things, you can do the ceiling. That's so convenient.
Yeah. And we can paint ourselves.
Una flashbacks to face paint with mom and dad. Bad theater paint. Yeah, maybe.
Or I don't think this is against the rules, and it might be fun. What if when the boys aren't in their room, we can like paint a little bit something like we're cooler than them or something in their room, and they won't know.
Maybe. Yeah, is that a little mean though?
It's not mean. It'll be like friends or do like mean things in a nice way. And what if they like break the rules, but it's not really a bad rule? What if we like draw something like not demonic, like maybe pornographic, or is the third one?
Oh no.
Bad language.
Don't draw porn in the boys' room.
She doesn't know what it is yet. She doesn't know what it is yet.
She
Una
doesn't
is
know what
trying
that is.
maybe I would really like to get this part done first, though.
Oh, definitely, and then we'll use the leftovers.
Exactly.
All right, why don't both of you make a dexterity check for me?
Dexterity.
Dexy checky.
Saving throw or just check?
Just check.
Cool. 12.
Halfling luck.
Oh my god. Okay. So a couple hours pass. And Shandi, you're walking back from the library as night is falling, going to your room. And as you walk up the stairs, there's just this smell coming from the girl's room. It's weird. It smells like vaguely acidic and yeah.
Interesting. Usually that smell comes from the other room. I go up and knock on the door.
You knock on the door, and the door wasn't fully closed. It opens all the way, and you see Tether and Una sitting on the ground, covered in paint. A piece of the wall has fallen out. There's just splatters of paint. It looks like something was started pretty well on one side of the ceiling, but paint has just been splattered all over it. There's a small stepladder that is also toppled on the ground as well.
Is everything all right in here?
I don't want to talk about it.
We're colorful.
I'd say that's certainly true. Do you need help cleaning this, or was this intentional?
No. To both.
No to both. Okay.
If you want to help us paint, I don't think we could do a forest anymore, because the colors don't match up. But what if we just throw paint?
No, I think you've painted quite enough.
And get it all over the walls and ceiling.
Oh, it's kind of already there.
Looks like you achieved that goal already.
Ooh, Blake, did this get over any belongings?
Probably did, yeah.
Like, beloved pictures of my family?
Yeah, it's likely you've got some paint stains on anything that you didn't have covered by, or anything you didn't have stored in your dressers and stuff.
Well,
Una's gonna take a really nice framed photo and leave and go into the bathroom.
Well, Tether, if you need any help cleaning this up, just let me know. I'll be polishing my swords.
Why would we want to clean it up? It looks good.
Just
Very well.
The paint mixed with dirt covering Tether.
Some spots on the walls are just dirty handprints smeared covered in paint.
All right.
Well,
I can help polish your swords.
polishing is a solitary activity.
Yikes. All right.
I can't even I don't mean it that way, but I can't say it without it being that way.
Yeah. All right. That's the painting fiasco of Sunday night. Who's next?
I have a question.
Yes.
Is the question we got from Colrell, is that something we're gonna do later, like when we go back to class?
That was technically due on the Monday of the week we're skipping, so if you have an answer for that, if you want your RP to be that class, we can do that.
That was my thought. Cool. Yeah, let my RP be that class.
Awesome. So yeah, it's Monday. You have your politics class. You've just come from a tactics class. Then you had a little bit of time afterwards to sort of get rid of the sweat and the grime from your combat drills. Before you meet Colrell in the newly renovated Tower Lounge up at the top of the tower once more. Colrell's there. Has a warm glass of heated apple cider for each of you. And has some snacks laid out on the table. Welcome, politics class. I do hope you've come up with good answers for your questions this week. How was your weekend? Tether, you have a bit of there's a bit of blue up under your mushroom there.
Yeah, I'm curious how long it will be there. Una was really good at getting it off. There was still some in her hair, and I think it looks good.
Una just slams her face into her desk.
Oh, well. Interesting. But, yeah, if anyone has any questions, we can do those before we start. But I believe I assigned you something at the end of last week, and I'm ready for your reports.
I'm ready.
All right, turn. I like the enthusiasm.
So I'll admit I didn't think about this problem as much as you probably would have wanted me to, but I just thought it just seemed a little too simple. Because really when I thought about it, it described a situation in which a noble or whatever that I rescued or saved or then turned and started sacrificing people and killing people left and right, and all the people were mad at me. So what's stopping me from telling the people, oh, all right, well, obviously this guy needs to be stopped. Just because we helped him once doesn't mean we have to help him all the time. So I'd join those people. I'd march right up on that guy and give him a good talking to. And if he can't be talked to, then I'd beat him up.
Oh, very interesting answer. Now, say you propose this idea to the people that you're talking with, and they either don't believe you because you've been in cahoots with this person before and don't trust you, thinking you're working for them, or they believe the damage you've done already and helping them is already too great to be removed by assisting them now. What would you do in those situations?
Well, it depends. If they thought that I couldn't, if they didn't believe me, I'd either do it myself or do it with the few that do believe me. And if they thought the damage done was too much and to help by doing anything about him, I'd just help fix the damage. I mean, I don't really see much point in sitting around and doing nothing, so I'd do something either way.
That's very good. I mean, public opinion is one of the most important things for heroes to think about, and it's one of the most oft overlooked. Nothing reads better to the public than heroes who are always doing something, and it could get exhausting, but I like this attitude from you, Turn.
Right. Something tells me it wouldn't be that simple though, because I've been going to the tavern a couple times over the past couple of days, and they don't really like my stories, or sometimes when they talk about their important business they do throughout the week, I'm like, it's just work, who really cares about that stuff? And they don't really like hearing that sort of thing.
Yes, I'm not surprised. You see, every person, with a few notable exceptions, finds themselves to be the most important person in the world, and despite some people's protestations otherwise. So it's wise, I've found, when trying to make a good impression, to pretend as though the person you're speaking to is the most important person in the world. Now, it's exhausting to do this all the time, but if you're trying to up public opinion, if you're trying to get a favor, if you're trying to make a name for yourself somewhere, it's a wise thing to think about. And you're right, Turn, this is a complicated issue. I mean, it could go wrong in all sorts of different ways. Perhaps this person you saved is too powerful for the people to do anything about. Perhaps this person has managed to turn the people against you, and they think you're the one doing their evil crimes. There's all sorts of interesting intricacies to this situation. And a blanket, I'll help, might not be the best or the most eloquent solution, but in this sort of situation, it's one of the only ones you can turn to. Actions do, in fact, speak louder than words. Good answer.
That thing you said about pretending to think or act like they're the most important person in the world. Just because I'm curious.
Yes.
Una, would if every time we spoke and I treated you like you're the most important person in the world, How would that make you feel?
Like, specifically coming from you?
I
Very uncomfortable.
right. Coral, I don't get it.
Oh, yes. I mean, it's a case-by-case basis. When you're dealing with people you know well and spend a lot of time around, doting on their every word and, well, treating the ground they step on as though it were sacred is a good way to make them think you've fallen in love with them. And oftentimes that won't exactly work out in your favor. Sometimes it does. I've been there. We all have. But this is more a strategy for those you're just meeting or those you're trying to do business with. And it more or less extends to caring about the things that they care about. Worshipping a stranger, well, some would find that, borderline arousing. It's not often the best initial strategy. Simply care about, or at least pretend to care about, the things they care about as much as they care about them. When it comes to interpersonal relationships, well, you'll have to see me after class for advice on that. I only get paid for politics lessons, not social skills.
That's interesting. I'll have to think about that, because when I meet somebody and they come off as insincere, or they're not really putting into the conversation what they're really about, it makes me sort of not really like them, or I lose interest and my mind starts going places. That's why the first time that we ever met, I didn't really like you, because you just seem like you're not really in the conversation. You're just pretending to be part of it, like whatever you want to be.
Well, that's good insight on your part. No, it's a good skill to have, to be able to notice that from people. I think you'll find, however, most people aren't as proficient as you are in reading people. And this isn't, once again, none of the things I say in this class are blanket statements. Everyone is different, but most people want to believe that everyone is out for their best interest, unfortunately. And take it from me, I'm a fiend. I can see truly the evil hearts and minds of a good chunk of the population, mortal or otherwise. People on the whole are often in it for their own interest. Once again, not a blanket statement. But Turn, you're someone of good heart. You want people to be who they are. You don't want people to lie to you about their intentions or their beliefs. And that's good to know. But many won't be like you.
Interesting. Talking to people is very difficult, it turns out. And, well, I've learned a lot this week.
Well, if it was easier, then I'd be out of job.
Alright, thanks, Teach.
Anytime. If anybody else wants to give their answer to their prompt, they're allowed to, but we can move on if you prefer. Yeah, we can move on. That's fine.
Yeah.
Rest of class happens. Cool. Who's next? Oh, he's gone.
He's gone.
It's like his mic drop.
My RP's over. I'm out.
I'll briefly RP with Tether, if that's okay.
Word. When does this RP happen?
Just call it like Tuesday afternoon, assuming I'm not at work.
Cool. Yeah.
It's not really time sensitive. I'm gonna go to Tether and be like, "Hey Tether, how's the garden under the porch going?"
It is going well. The spores are taking, and they're fungi are faster than plants, so there's already a bunch of sprouts.
Oh, that's good. I might have to take some more over to Chef sometime soon.
You can take some cuttings. I'd ask you to leave the cuttings to at least 1/4 or less of the total population to allow sufficient growth.
I see. You're sure it's not like too early for that? I don't wanna.
Like, you can take like 4 or 5 now if you want.
All right. Sure. I guess I could do that.
Yeah. They're really pretty, and it's a little muddy in there because of the rain and it's underneath the porch. So you're gonna get a little dirty, but that's fun. And
Yeah, that doesn't bother me.
it's a little musty in there. I sneeze a lot.
Is there anything? Do you know anything about these mushrooms? Are they like dangerous, or is it just the like hallucinogenic thing that people talked about?
I don't think they're like
Sorry, illusion magic.
Well, I've nibbled a couple, and I'm fine. I don't think you should eat, like, a lot of them at once. Mushrooms are kind of fickle like that.
All right then, I think I'll take 3 or 4 to chef if that's not gonna hurt the growth.
No, I'll join ya.
All right then.
Cool. You get 3 or 4 mushrooms. You take them over to the dining commons, the mess hall, and you are greeted by Nalere, who's sort of clearing plates.
Hey, Nalere.
How's it going?
Pretty good. I saw you over at the court the other day, but I didn't get to say hi. Johnson had me doing drills.
Yeah, you're really coming along.
Yeah, are you a Blast Ball fan?
I mean, I live in Zymor, don't I?
Are you coming to the game?
Of course I'm coming to the game.
Dope.
Well, Mrs. Lee has sent around a bit of a message that it's more or less mandatory for the staff, but I probably would have come anyway. Probably.
Sounds cool. Is Jeff here? I had a question for him.
Chef's out at the moment. Can I can field it if you'd like.
Damn. I was gonna ask if he could, like, teach me anything. I've started working at a place where, like, sometimes they serve food, and I was like, maybe I should try to pick some of that up.
Well, hey, I know a thing or two about culinary arts. I could help you out.
Oh, okay.
I'm not just a plate clearer. I work in the kitchen too.
I mean, I suppose if you want to. I was gonna ask him just because, you know, he's chef.
Yes. No, of
Have,
course.
like, a name, or
He might.
do you know it?
Oh no, I do
Oh,
not.
okay.
Though, in my defense, I didn't know him until a couple months ago. So.
That makes sense. Look, I'm pretty busy with Blast Ball this week, but maybe I'll come back sometime.
Yeah.
And if you want to show me some cooking skills, perhaps I'd be interested. Or if Chef wants to, also.
I'll let him know.
Something's plan here was to be like, hey, Chef, here's the mushrooms. Also, forget the alcohol. Teach me to cook.
Sure.
But if Larry will do it for free...
All right. Well, is there anything else I can do for the two of you?
Tether, you need anything?
Oh, I thought Tether was just joining to pick the mushrooms.
Oh, cool. That's fine if Teddy's not here. All right. Anything else I can do for you?
Is there anything available right now? I'm hungry.
Oh yeah, plenty of food. Take a seat. I'll bring something out. And she starts to walk away, and then turns around and says, "Oh, I can take the mushrooms to Chef if you'd like."
Oh, you know about that. Wasn't sure.
You played it safe. Passed the test. Chef wanted to make sure you didn't have loose lips.
Septon pulls him out. No. I mean, if there was, like, a real crime going on, I'd be worried about it. But, like, this doesn't seem to be hurting anybody.
I mean, let's hope it doesn't. I don't exactly know what he wants from these. I've never used him before, but yeah, I trust Chef.
He told me they were a culinary ingredient.
Well,
That's all I know.
Chef's whole world is culinary, so take that with a grain of salt.
Malere, perhaps it's better if I just know they're a culinary ingredient.
They're a culinary ingredient, Septon.
Exactly.
Alright, I'll get you some food. Sit tight. And she takes the mushrooms and leaves. And then brings you food and yada yada yada. Cool. What's next?
I can go next.
Sweet.
I think I am going to, around probably a little later in the week, maybe around Wednesday, approach Una
Cool. Where?
Just like, just I guess on what we have class on Wednesday, right?
Yeah, you have class every day.
So I guess just after, like, as we're leaving class, I'll just like catch up with her.
Sure. Yeah, you're leaving an academics class. It was a pretty long and intense lecture on Zymor and Salus's feud.
Una, a moment, if you would.
Yeah. Una's finishing up scribbling down notes from the brilliant lecture.
I'm confiding in you here because during the eel and candy incident, we fought side by side, and I feel we've formed a battlefield bond, if you would.
Such
Cool.
a nerd.
You know, they say that the bonds forged in the heat of battle are the ones that are the hardest to break. At least that's what I was told.
Yeah, I've definitely heard that before.
Anyways, let me be vague here, for your sake. I don't
Okay.
want to pull you into anything that you shouldn't be involved in, but let's just say the events of the past week have left me in a bit of a tight spot.
Mm-hmm.
And hypothetically, well, let me paint it as a story. You understand the stories, theater, that sort of thing. Let's say hypothetically, there's a child, and he's met some comrades that he gets along with, but his mother it does not approve of his new friendships and tells him to stay at home. Now, how would you finish writing this play?
That is an excellent question. Blake, did my father ever write any plays similar to this?
Why don't you make a history check?
Yeah, baby! How close did I pay attention to Daddy?
Or stalling for time as I think of a play.
13.
13. Like, vaguely. Yeah, there's definitely there's all sorts of sort of noble parental disapproval in the plays that your father writes. He loves those tragic lovers stories where the parents don't approve sort of situation. Usually, everyone ends up dead. Like 90% of the time.
My dad is Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Canon. Dad is fantasy Shakespeare. If everyone was like, wow, Shakespeare, you suck. And never published any of his works ever again.
Yeah,
Okay.
he most of the time people died, but it wasn't because they disobeyed their parents. It was because of like their parents intervening or magical situations or something.
Got it. Well, okay. Well, honestly, though, I can't relate specifically to what this child, that I do not know at all, has said. I can relate to sort of going against your parents' wishes. And I find myself in a similar boat as this child. And even if it doesn't make sense right away, I constantly have this gut feeling in my gut and heart every night that I'm where I'm supposed to be. Even when we get into all sorts of weird trouble and get yelled at constantly, it just feels right.
Interesting.
Now
so
I-
I should tell this hypothetical child to listen to his gut heart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Furiously taking notes.
Yeah, you know, the gut heart.
Yes. Well, I'll let them know next time I see them. Thank you, Una.
No problem, Shandi.
And remember, bonds forged on the battlefield.
Bonds forged on the battlefield.
Shandi's confirmed that super weird kid who seems normal because he never talks, but then as soon as he opens his mouth, you're like, oh, that's what you're about, huh?
Me then?
Cool. Have we done everybody?
Una hasn't done her
I mean,
own.
yeah, I've been in 2
You've been in 2. So honestly, if you don't want to do one, you don't have to. But if you'd like to do one, if there's any nagging questions you have from the previous sessions that you'd like answered, now's probably the time to do it.
Yeah, not really. After the murder and the paint.
It's been a rough week.
Una did take some time, though, to really clean off all of the personal things that got painted over. And
luckily, most of it is pretty removable. Takes a little while, but you managed to restore them. The frames probably still got some paint splatter on it, but other than that, you're doing pretty well.
Cool. Did anyone walk in on me crying in the bathroom?
Probably not, but I mean, how loud were you?
Oh, quiet. Oh, quiet.
Yeah, and probably nobody noticed.
Roll a performance check.
Phoenix, roll if...
We hear crying in our heads. Psychic crying.
Hello. Over the course of the week as well, other than these RPs, Septon, you get a letter from Steel Arm Evelyn.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yep. She has included a schematic for a blunt whip, made of a series of ironwood sections connected by a flexible yet sturdy steel wire. It functions almost identically to a whip, but it does bludgeoning damage instead because of the shape of the ironwood sections, and it would cost you 10 gold pieces if you'd like.
That's it?
Yeah, a whip costs 2 gold pieces, so yeah, this is...
Concepted... Yeah, no, I'm going to take her up on that.
Cool. It won't be ready by the time the Blast Ball tournament happens, but you will have that. And she has some questions for Una No Last Name.
Oh, hey Una! You got a letter. Or I got a letter, but it's got some stuff for you in it. Is it like a separate paper I can hand her, or is it just...
There's a letter, and then there's the schematics is a separate piece of paper. So the letter describing your thing, and then the next paragraph is, and for Una No Last Name, I have some questions about your design. Come see me when you get the chance.
Steel Arm Evelyn wants to talk to you about whatever you had her build.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to go see her. I mean, I'm gonna have to run by and pay her, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I can go anytime before or after work, I suppose. I guess.
I mean, I assume we're both gonna be up there for work sometime this week.
Yeah.
Cool. So, honestly, here's your RP, Chelsea. It's this now. It all works out. So yeah, we'll call it Thursday. Thursday after afternoon, probably after your shift and before Septon's shift. You're able to stop by Steel Arm Evelyn's if you'd like. She's out. It's a sunny day, so she is out. She is hammering on her outdoor forge. When she sees you coming, she says, "Ah, my friends. One with a last name, one without. How are we doing?"
What?
Oh, according to your good friend Septon, you don't have a last name.
That is not what I said.
Turns up to look at Septon.
I'm sorry. I spaced. All right.
It's fine.
I'm just giving you a hard time. That's what I do. So, I assume you came about my letter?
Yeah, I'm in.
Perfect.
Outstretches 10 gold.
Perfect. Payment up front. I'll have this to you in, say, 3 or 4 days.
Dope.
If you'd like, here. And she tosses you just like a block of wood. It's super heavy. Like, it... Whew.
This doesn't look like the schematic did.
No. I haven't started building it yet, but that's the material it's made out of. Whack it on the anvil over here.
What kind of check would that be?
You don't really have to make one.
Alright, I don't have a whole lot of strength, so it's not a great... I have a 12 strength, so it's not a great whack.
Sure, but the anvil dents a little bit, and the wood is fine.
Oh, damn.
Yep. It's the hardest wood, at least in this side of the continent, so...
Nice. I'm gonna be real, it's just because I couldn't
I'm
eat...
so sorry.
What?
I can't. There's just a massive, ever-growing library of words that I'm not allowed to say as a DM, because every time I say them, somebody laughs really hard. Thick was the first one, and we're just going up from there.
I looked up. I made a face because I assumed other people would make a face. That
This
was
time,
the
just you,
only
yeah. If only Turn was here to notice if that was a true statement or not.
I know.
Um,
Who knows if he'll ever come back? I think he got bored.
I think he's dead.
In true Turn fashion, he got bored
Got
of
bored and
us.
left. Yeah, I'll get started working on that pretty soon. Don't worry, it won't be that heavy when it's done, but it'll probably be a little heavier than whips that you're used to.
I'm gonna be real, it's just for Blast Ball.
Oh, yeah, it's perfect. Well, isn't there a game going on tomorrow?
Yeah, but like I said, I don't expect to have it by then.
I could rush order it for double.
Done! Another 10.
All right, we'll have that to you tomorrow. Come by before the game.
Hell yeah.
And Una. What is your last name, by the way?
Not wise.
Not Wise.
Septon frantically looks for something to write that down.
Now, is that so hard, Septon?
Arm.
I said I'm sorry.
So, just, you told me generally what you're looking for, but I'm still a little confused about the function of the tool. Is it to get things from a distance, or is it to take you to the things in the distance?
It is... Huh. I actually never thought of either of those options.
Oh, what was the intention?
It was just to make, for example, just gonna flash up one of my little psi knives. Just to show her. So, I've got...
What's that made out of?
Some kind of psychic energy. So my first thought was that maybe they could go a little bit farther with this device.
Alright, so some sort of, like, wrist-mounted launcher.
But now you bring up an interesting point.
Theoretically, I could combine launching features and sort of a grappling hook feature into the same device. Might make it a little more unwieldy, but, here's what we could do. I'll try to throw something together that does both. That'll be our alpha product. I'll have to charge you for materials and time, obviously, but I'll lessen the cost a little bit from what I normally do. You test it out, get back to me with what works, what doesn't work, and we'll keep making new versions till we find something that works good for you. How's that sound?
Sounds great. I do like the idea that you brought up about, grappling things towards me. It's more so than going to a place.
Going to them. I mean, ultimately, I think that is going to depend on your center of gravity, how securely you are somewhere, and how big the things you're trying to pull to you are. But I got a friend who's a little bit into Magitech. I could figure out some sort of Magitech motor to put in there to perhaps be able to pull you bigger things.
Cool.
There's always going to be a limit. The limit is your tiny wrists there, but you know, we can work around them and see what we can get going. This is an interesting project. Also sounds like something I'd want for myself. Make forging so much easier if I could just point my hand to something and get it over to me. So, okay.
Hey, you could franchise it. You could.
I thought that was... Septon.
I thought that was Mage Hand.
No, Septon goes, I thought that was why your daughter worked here.
And she like slams the anvil with her iron hand. There's just this loud clang. Ah, humor! That's what I like to see.
Septon frantically looks around to make sure she's not here to hear that.
She is nowhere to be seen. And also, thank you so much for the follow. Your name will come up eventually, but I will see it. I appreciate the follow. Sound off in chat. Welcome to the party dungeon. I can definitely work on that. Fjör Magier. Welcome. Found it. Sorry. The stream's on a huge delay. I'm gonna have to refresh it. But welcome to Party Dungeon. Yeah, I can put that together, and I don't know prices yet. I don't know what sort of materials I'm gonna have to put into it. I'll start putting together a blueprint tonight. I probably won't be able to work on it too much because I got his thing to deal with today. But maybe next week sometime stop by and we'll talk about progress.
Okay. No real rush. I literally just started doodling it in class once.
Yeah.
So.
Well, all the best ideas and inventions come from a doodle, so.
Thank you.
All right, well, I'll see you tomorrow, and I'll see you probably tomorrow as well. My daughter's a big Blast Ball fan, so I'm probably gonna have to go to the game anyway.
Oh man, she's not on the. What was the team called?
Her? At Velfred College? Not a chance. Girl's
Okay.
as dumb as my arm.
I mean, based on the people we've met there, you don't have to be that smart.
Oh, yeah,
if
you're
I'm
talking to the
being
Blast Ball
honest.
team. They're there to play Blast Ball.
Ugh.
I also think she would not get along with that Blast Ball team.
From what I've heard, not many do. That the captain of the team, that Arlith Favelar, his dad's the one.
Boy.
Egg boy. In unison, we just go, egg boy.
Egg boy.
Yeah. Well, his dad pretty much owns Kelshar. He's got the massive magic emporium that ran most other magic shops out of town in the area. He's got a seat on the city council. He's a pretty big deal around here. And because of that, his stupid spoiled brat is the way he is. Let's just say they're not welcome as customers at my establishment. And I can leave it at that. But I know Blast Ball's a full contact sport. If he left with a few less teeth than he entered with, you'd probably make some friends in town. Alright, well, see you tomorrow. I'm gonna start working on this. Best of luck. Then she returns to her smithing. Cool.
Smithing.
Well, that is our sped up week, and that brings us to the day of the game. The day of the big game. Let me close a couple of tabs because I don't need them anymore. All right. Friday, the 29th of Karst, arrives, the day of the big game. Bright and early, you and Johnson are out on the out on your sort of training field, getting warmed up and ready. When a large group of people, mostly employees of the Bright Futures program, show up, and they're all fully decked out in orange and green attire. Mrs. Lee has painted half of her face orange and half of her face green. She's handing out these giant flags and banners that are orange and green. And she comes up to all of you and says, "Oh, I'm so excited for the game today. Oh, it's going to be a big one. I've been spreading news all over the area. You're going to have a big crowd to see you take down those blazing bullets. How are you feeling? Is it going to be a good game?"
Or it's a big crowd to lose in front of.
Oh, now Tether, don't think like that. It is a friendly game at the end of the day, no stakes, nothing riding on it.
Yeah, of course not.
Nothing riding on it.
But it seems you've got a pretty big fan club building up around here.
What? Where? Who?
She points to herself and the people around her.
Oh. Well, isn't that nice? As of a week ago, I didn't even know how to play this game. So I should be pretty good. We're going up against what? This like the state champs or something?
Oh, they call themselves the regional champions, but it's just a college team.
Well, what about the show then? What happens to small fish when you put them in a big pond? Am I right, team?
Well, I sure hope so. So, we'll follow you into town, and there's some people, some of the people who live on the way to Kelshar are interested in the game too. So I'll be bringing them along. It'll be great. Oh, I'm so proud of all of you.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Based on my training with Johnson, do you have any idea how fucked we are?
Johnson actually has been giving you some tips and tricks. He scouted out the other team. He doesn't know a ton about this season's lineup. They have a new player this season. Not a ton is known about her yet, but he does have sort of the lowdown on the team. Team captain is Arlith Favalar. He is the team captain as well as a bit of an all-rounder. Oftentimes he's ball carrier, but also oftentimes he goes on sort of defensive control. When he does that, he tends to fry the competition quite literally. There's also the Berlin brothers. Billy and Bobby Berlin are two human men who are supposedly only at the college because their rich dad wants them to play blast ball professionally. And those two are just, they're bruisers through and through. They have these made-to-order like hammers that they use to knock the opposition senseless while sometimes getting the ball across, but their main strategy is beat the shit out of the other team. There's the new player, Unzeka. She's a lizard folk who's new to the college this year. She's an Eldritch Knight, and that's about all they know about her. He did manage to glean the information that she was the top scorer of the last 3 scrimmages during the summer training season, so she is one to keep an eye on. And the final player is the ringer of the team. Echoron Sherry Smith is that unbearded dwarven man. Between his experience, he's been at the college for 8 years now, and his proficiency with condition-dealing spells, he is the key to the opponent's strategy, which is pretty much wipe out the other team. He's been known to put people to sleep, he's been known to confuse people, turn them on each other, and just render the opposing team useless in competition. He is, however, very bad at hitting the ball, so he only does so when he absolutely has to. And that's the intel that Johnson provided to you in the previous week, Septon.
Okay, I have one more question.
Mm-hmm.
As we head through town, will we pass any markets?
Yeah.
Cool. I'd like to buy a dozen eggs.
Cool, we'll get there.
Just in case.
We will get there. Cool! So yeah, as you're ready to go and begin journeying up towards Kelshar, slowly but surely your entourage grows. It seems, like Mrs. Lee said, the folk in the surrounding area have heard about this game and are quite excited for it. And as you're making the hour-long trip to Kelshar with a growing crowd behind you, there's murmurs that begin floating around through the crowd about seeing the future heroes of Zymor in action for the first time. It's more the same as you reach Kelshar itself. You manage to buy your eggs. And you notice that people are even hanging orange and green banners out of their windows. It seems Mrs. Lee has been quite busy. You also notice navy and maroon banners hung up in several places with a stylized navy billet wreathed in maroon flames sewed onto them. Eventually, the now massive crowd, containing both fans of you and fans of the other team, as well as just curious spectators, crosses the bridge over to Felfrit and make your way over to the state-of-the-art blast ball field on the west side of the campus. From there, the crowd goes into the stands, and you all go take to the field and begin warming up. Johnson says, I'm going to go meet with the other coach, and he runs over to a blue dragonborn in a tracksuit, and begins to have a conversation. You do notice that as the other team takes to the field, there's a loud cheering. You can see, well, you did have a good number of people gathered by Mrs. Lee. Your fans are hugely outnumbered by the fans of the Blazing Bullets. As Arlith takes the field, he does one of these, and then slits his throat.
I hold up an egg.
He turns red in the face.
I just hold it.
And he huddles his team. You also notice that he's passing out these bracelets to everyone on the team as well. They're silver bracelets, and there is a green and a yellow gem on each of them. And he hands them all out, and they all put them on. identical.
Before the game starts, Heather wants to cast 2 second-level spells, enhance abilities. The first one, she's gonna give to Turn, Cat's Grace, advantage on dexterity checks for when you miss the ball, and also since you like to jump, it lessens fall damage.
I don't think Cat's Grace affects saves, but I'm gonna look it up.
Checks? Oh, it's set checks, not saves. Fuck me. Never mind.
Well, the falling's good because he did hurt himself doing that.
No, that was
I
Scepter.
hurt myself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Thing is, I don't think you can cast enhance ability.
Yeah,
more than
I
once.
forgot it was concentration. So I won't be doing either of those things.
You do notice that the lizard folk woman does cast 2 spells on herself before the game starts.
I'm gonna
We
pose
could,
to the. Oh.
we could do enhance ability and get advantage on strength checks to
That would be athletics, yeah.
Oh,
hit the ball.
oh. See,
For
when I was
athletics.
reading it, I was thinking saves. So I was like, strength saves. It's not for the athletic checks. I guess I'll do the dex. But the other way is
strength saves,
better.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do it on one person, I can do it on another.
Okay, I'll do it on turn.
Who else needs it? Shandy?
Well, so the people who are going to be put in the most into play will probably be you and me, Septon.
Right.
But you already
Alright.
have.
Do you want me to
So
put
I
it
mean,
on
it might help somebody else in case someone who's playing defense, perhaps, so they can try and get stuff onto the other side of the field. We should probably take a moment to think about our possessions going.
Probably
into
should have
it.
talked about strategy sometime this week.
Hey, we're warming up.
You
We're
can talk
warming
about it
up.
now. Yeah, you got some time. So if you jump on over to the map tool, you can position yourselves however you should like.
I'm still in the dungeon.
Yeah, I know. There you go. You should be on that thing now.
I kind of have an
Does-
idea.
Alright.
Tyler, do you want to go for the wind again?
Well, I can go for the wind after I want to end concentration on
Right.
that.
How much area can that cover?
It's like 10 feet wide and then like a lot of feet length.
The
Honestly, if you just stay on our side of the field and like move up and down, you could just keep blowing everything back at them.
That was what I was planning on doing like mid to late game
That could work.
once balls are in play.
Is that concentration, or does it just stay up for a number of minutes or something?
I'm pretty sure it's it's concentration.
So then, if anyone starts attacking you, I can start whipping them.
Yeah, my plan for the beginning was to try to knock some people unconscious, and then when a lot of balls were in play, I'd switch to the other way.
Una, you could probably start going for the offense right away.
Yeah,
Ed, you gonna be our bruiser?
absolutely.
I was
mean, I
thinking I
could-
would play.
I could hit you with a spell that would just keep you like more alive in case they started to attack you. If we don't need another enhance ability.
Okay. Wait,
I was
don't
thinking I could use.
look, but don't make it obvious. Who should I go for first? Don't make it obvious that we're looking at them. Be cool.
Let's
I
see.
turn,
Yeah.
Everyone.
I turn and point directly at one of the two bruisers.
Nope.
You keep
Okay.
those two right
Oh,
just off
okay.
of us.
Turn.
Like, those two
I am
have no-
begging you.
Look at those two. They look like
No.
a giant like
Turn.
giant boulder.
Didn't Johnson say there was one who
Heather,
did a lot of
Heather.
abilities?
Una's trying to jump
That
and
would
cover
probably
their
be a good idea.
mouth.
Look at that one over there. The one looks like a weak little nerd.
Stop.
That one likes to try and hit us with disabilities, so probably maybe take that one out.
Hi, no confusion for you.
In seeing this,
Who
one
was
of
that?
the
Wait,
the dwarf. They were pointing at the dwarf, but one of the bruisers goes and stands next to the dwarf after they see you pointing in that direction.
Do you guys want to hang out after?
Nope. Is Ekelron the dwarf?
Yeah.
Okay. So dwarf or the Bruise brothers?
Yeah. Also,
Billy Barber.
Turn, if you want, do you want to call a lot of your birds over, and then I can talk to them and ask them to distract the other team?
Will they listen?
I can
as
ask.
much as I would like that, I feel like one solid bludgeon would kill a bird really easily, so I'd rather not have a bunch of birds die from a game of blast ball.
Does anyone want to psychic whisper? Or are we just gonna shout at each other?
Hey, it's up to you.
I don't know.
Doesn't-
Maybe them not being able to hear us would be good. Also,
Yeah.
can we cast a spell like the second before Johnson?
Yep.
Are we allowed to cast a spell like the second before the game starts?
Is it an
Or,
offensive spell or a defensive
like a-
spell?
like a buff?
You can cast those now.
Right, but what if I want them to last just through the round?
Yeah, you can cast them directly before. That's also fine.
Okay.
I'm resistant to fire damage. Fun fact.
Cool.
Good, because when I teleport, I do fire damage.
Alright, and also
Oh, shit.
apparently that one other person does fire damage from what you were saying.
Who do you guys think is gonna be running a lot?
Out of us?
Yeah.
I would imagine it would be me. I was thinking I would take up sort of a midfield role, moving back and forth to whoever needs attention.
Yeah.
Okay. I cast
Good.
Long Strider on you, so
Cool.
you get an extra 10 feet.
Which means I get an extra 15 feet because I'm gonna shift as soon as we start.
Nice.
Una, can I start out next to you so I can hit you with the heroism health buff right as we start?
Yeah.
So you can get in there, and if you
Yeah.
that way you won't get hurt.
So I'm thinking
It's not a lot.
if it's fine, it's good enough.
It's like an extra 3 health every turn.
So I'm thinking I think in one of our sessions I did this wrong. I had my proficiency bonus wrong. I think I looked at initiative instead of proficiency bonus, so I can only do it with 2 people. Based on that, I think if I'm up in enemy territory, I could cast Psychic Whisper on somebody kind of in the back line and then someone in the middle. That way we kind of can communicate across the whole field, sort of what's going on.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Can I make sure I pick up one of those like clubs before we go into this?
Did you bring a club? They're not like supplied,
Oh,
but theoretically you could have brought one.
yeah, I guess I would have made sure I had one going into it. Like, whatever. Is it just like the normal club?
Yeah, it's just a club.
I mean, I'll even pick one up from the store on the way over.
I mean, Johnson has some, so you can just.
Club me, Johnson.
Have
Wait, can
brought
I
one of
instead
those.
bring something that's a little meatier than a club?
What would you like to bring?
A warhammer?
Yeah, that's fine. Johnson probably could have
Damn.
bludgeons.
I'm going with a warhammer.
I have made a rule for massive damage that there is a chance for bleeding, even from bludgeoning, or specifically from bludgeoning, not from. So
Should I
if you,
pay my warhammer?
no, it's on loan. You don't get to keep it after the game, but you get
okay,
it for this. Unless you want to buy a Warhammer, in which case you can.
We'll see how it feels. If it feels good in my hands after this, I might become a Warhammer guy. I don't know.
Fair enough.
You are gonna look absolutely terrifying. This green tiefling boy with a swarm of birds
The fucking
and
hammer.
a fucking warhammer.
Cat ears.
And
Pink
cat ears,
ears,
don't
yeah.
forget.
First I notice bulgy wulgy,
No.
then I give you hammy whammy.
You. Yeah.
All right, so we start off. I buff Una.
Alright, what does that do? What do I get?
It'll give you an extra. It'll give you an extra 3 temporary hit points, but they will refresh at the beginning of each round.
Awesome.
What spell is that?
They don't stack up though.
What spell
It's
is
just
that?
Okay.
a heroism.
Oh, yeah, I like heroism.
It's just like if you lose them, they'll come back at the beginning of your next. My turn or your turn or?
Well, let's check it out.
I think it's
At the beginning of your
so
turn.
Okay. Cool. So who's gonna be farthest back?
I think if it works out, I'd probably take a turn to put a second ball into play before I move forward. After that, I'm gonna try and play probably a little more offensive like before.
Also, who's serving? That's important to know.
First one, Septon should probably go first, right?
Cool.
You've been practicing.
Except
Yeah.
your ball is right below the court. You can use it if you'd like.
Yeah, if you
You should
guys
be
want
able
me
to
to
move it.
serve, I can do that. But then somebody has to run up to follow it. Shandi, yeah, you'll pursue and follow. I can stay back and serve if you guys need me to. Serve and buff and inspire and such. Oh wait, no, I'll hold inspiration until.
Yeah.
Unless anyone feels like they need a pep talk right now.
So I'll put whispers on Septon and I guess Shandi. Did you say you were gonna be middle?
Yeah.
Cool. So you two can talk to me and in your minds. Yeah. If it comes up. Oh, for the next. Let's see how long. It's gonna cover the whole game regardless, but okay, for the next 3 hours.
Yeah, game's a minute long. So
Yeah.
it should be good.
Still gotta roll. Still gotta roll.
Alright, guys, here's the next minute to decide whether or not we become slaves.
That is true.
It's
All right.
not that bad.
Are you ready?
Nope. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
I grasshopper me tether.
I'm gonna have to find more.
The grasshoppers and turns mushroom being like, no, no, no. I mean tether, sorry.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. Also, can I cast Shillelagh on my shield when it starts as well?
So what's gonna happen is at the very top of the thing there is going to be you get the first round basically is before the thing starts. It's the first serve, and anybody can cast a buff that they would like to cast. If you want to cast more than one buff, then you're gonna have to do it beforehand. If that makes sense. Did that mean anything at all, or should I explain that better? Basically, everybody
it makes
gets
sense.
one action's worth of things to do at the beginning, and that includes the serving round. So whoever's serving has to serve on that action.
Okay.
Can I tell you what I have cast then?
Yes.
Alright, I've cast Mage Hand, so I got the birds. I've cast Bark Skin, so I've got the bark. And I've eaten the grasshopper, so I can jump. Also,
Word.
I look like a tree.
You do. You look like a tree. Turn
Yep,
becomes
what's that
the
tree Pokemon?
Pseudo-Widow.
Bonsly.
There's a
Treant?
couple of them.
Pseudo
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
it's-
sorry, there's a couple.
It is
I'm
pseudo- it is
thinking of the one that
Pseudo-Widow.
looks like a wiener.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Pseudo-Widow.
Pseudo-Widow.
He's actually a metal type Pokemon, so or steel
is
type.
dumb.
Which
No,
is
he's
hilarious.
yeah.
Rock.
What
No,
the
he-
fuck?
Oh wait, he's
He's
rock.
rock.
You're right.
Uh,
Still weird, but okay. Whew.
You gotta water him, and like the original Pokemon Silver and Gold, he does his little dance.
Yeah, I think he's supposed to be like a
do my-
petrified tree or something.
Little dancey
Yeah.
dance.
If you've read the lore.
Yeah. There's also the ghost grass type tree.
Yeah.
Chad just made fun of me for saying Sudowoodo was a steel type, you guys. I don't want to do them anymore. Somebody else run Blast Ball.
I told you, this chat's toxic.
We're pushing Pokemon back another 3 weeks.
Yeah. No Nuzlocke for you.
I gotta play Pokemon again. Oh my gosh.
That's what Wayne Winfield said. All right. Are we ready?
He's
Sure.
rocky fool.
Let's go.
Then roll initiative. Don't roll it physically.
Oh,
yeah,
damn
you gotta, it's a part of the map tool.
I got so excited.
We're
I was
our
like,
10th
"Ooh, that's a
session."
good initiative.
Click.
Oh, I have to select my token.
Still not a bad
Forgetting I
initiative.
got it. Click.
God, his name is Ekelron.
What?
Ekelron
This
Hubbard.
bitch.
No.
I don't like Ekelron's icon very much.
Yeah,
Make
it's,
me uncomfy.
it's not.
Yeah.
It's not good.
He's like real wrinkly.
Looks like old, Drax from Guardians
Yeah, a
of the
little bit.
Galaxy.
All right.
Old grumpy Drax.
Acheron is up first.
Oh no.
Acheron is going to take.
It was nice knowing you all.
Or wait, no, sorry. The serve has to happen first. So Septon, why don't you roll your athletics
Are we just
check for the
assuming we
serve?
did all our buffs?
Oh yeah, and list the buffs that you want to do. I forgot that we have to do that first. That thing I just fucking said with my mouth.
Gotta
Yep.
do that.
I'm gonna hit Una with. Heroism that we just
Cool.
talked about, and I'm bonus action gonna inspire her and be like, don't be afraid to like twist the knife a little. Remember, you can add it to damage or AC as a reaction.
Woohoo! Thank you. Inspiration.
I'm gonna cast Shillelagh on my shield. and
Shillelagh
I'm
on
gonna
my
do
shield.
symbiotic entity.
Anybody else sending out more buffs? I assume one of your buffs could be cast in this round. That's fine.
Probably Grasshopper Crunch.
Anyone else have anything they want to do before the time starts?
Yeah, I mean, I'll just shift
Cool.
ahead of time. Why not?
The lizard folk casts her spells on herself, and that's all they do for. Oh, and the two big boys sort of like hit themselves in the chest and look really angry. That's what they do.
Are they raging?
They are in fact raging. Yeah.
I noticed Bulgy Wolgy for rage.
Roll it.
What's
Okay,
the
sure.
plus? What's the?
Plus 15 or
Plus
something.
15.
Oh my gosh.
I rolled a 30.
They are rock hard.
They're rock hard, but their muscles are compensating for something.
All them steroids.
Yep.
Yeah.
Turn says something about a little pecker.
They're too far gone to hear you, and that's probably
What does he
for the
say
best.
exactly though?
Some woodpeckers over there.
All right,
Where?
Septon, why don't you roll your athletics check to blast that fucking
Oh,
ball?
I start the game?
Yeah, we're serving right now.
yeah,
So
you
one of the
did.
Berlin boys and Septon, you're both throwing
come on.
balls.
Oh, I gotta pull
Ooh.
up blast ball rules. Hang on.
Yeah.
The blast ball icons look really cool.
Thanks. They're elegant spheres from Final Fantasy XIV.
Nice.
Because I got too lazy to make something and I picked those out this morning.
Time skip system. Where the hell's the blast ball document?
Excuse me.
Before blastball.pdf.
Okay.
Download.
Well, the Berlin boy, I think it's Bobby Berlin, yeah. Bobby Berlin slams this ball. He slams ball number 2.
All right.
40 feet out and 20 feet up.
Athletics check. Come on.
When you were introducing the characters and you said,
Let's go. That's a 24.
24. So I believe with a 20 plus, you roll. It's 2d6, and those are your two directions.
when you said Billy Bobby Berlin, I thought you said Millie Bobby Brown.
It's
Millie Bobby Brown is on that team?
You're going up against
are
Millie Bobby
fucked.
Brown.
Wow.
All right. That's 60 by 30.
Cool. Move that ball.
Let me reopen map tool. So from me, I'm gonna go.
It starts on your square, so.
It starts on my square. Okay.
Yeah, so measure it from there.
Move that
Now I want to
back
watch
to me.
Stranger Things again.
So let's move it 60, and put it 30 up.
Cool. Sounds good.
Actually, wait. Let's move it a little closer to Sean D.
Perfect.
Let's move it like here, and 30 up.
Cool.
So you got a little bit of time to get there, Sean D.
Hell yeah.
All right, then the game begins. Acheron is going to run forward 25 feet, his full movement. And then he is going to cast Sleep at 3rd level.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
The Finn in me just went counterspell. Fuck.
He is going to cast Sleep at 3rd level, and creatures within 20 feet of Una. 10, 15, 20. So everybody but Turn, this is going to affect. Starting with the lowest hit points and counting up.
And 20 feet of Una?
No. 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, no, you totally are. Cool. Then it will be.
I think I have hit points, though. It's like, time could hit me.
Yeah, who has the lowest hit points here? Because that's who we start with.
I have 24.
24. Plus
27.
temporary.
I have 24.
And Turn.
I have 30.
Cool. So we'll figure out which one of the 24. It won't be Una because she has a temporary hit point, so it's either Tether or Sean.
I have 12 temporary hit points, actually.
Okay, then it is Septon.
Temporary hit points.
I gotta roll 8d8.
I thought it was D6.
Nope, Sleep is d8. Sorry, 9d8. My bad. Because it's 5d8 for the normal spell and then 2d8 for each slot above, so it's 9d8. Let me do some math.
Definitely gonna get at least one. Probably not two.
Yeah, but you can wake people up.
Yeah.
We're so fucked.
I wonder if technically, like, you could use telepathy to wake someone up.
I think you have to use an action to shake him awake.
You do.
This will probably also
Ruin-
break my concentration on heroism.
It would.
Ooh.
That was a rough roll.
You rolled all ones? Wow.
I rolled some ones though. Okay, so that's 47 hit points. So, how much do you have?
I have 24.
Okay, so you fall asleep.
That's it. There's nothing more, right?
tactics.
There's 23 hit points remaining, so nobody else falls asleep. Just Sean D. Hey, Peeps, thanks for the sub. Appreciate it. The resub for 5 months. You're the bomb.com. So, Septon falls asleep. He loses concentration on
Heroism.
heroism. That goes away. And Acheron looks a little bit disappointed with his showing so far. Cool. Arlith is going to run out 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So he can go here. Going out here, he's going to throw his hand up towards that ball that you guys have done already, and he is going to cast Catapult. And with Catapult, it is going to fly in a straight line back 90 feet.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's all the way.
So that's 60. Let me scroll a little bit.
Oh, holy
Scroll out.
moly.
Once it's across the line, it's considered.
No,
better
because it's still in the air, so you could technically save it.
Alright. And how high did you say ball 2 was?
Ball 2 is 20 feet up. Ball 1, the one going backwards, is 30.
30.
So that's 70, 80.
I'm just keeping notes. in
90.
the chat.
Let me scroll out on map tool a little bit so people can see that. Yeah, we'll just. It's way back there as he catapults that ball, and that is his turn. Una, you're up.
Okay. Septon's asleep right next to me.
Septon is asleep right next to you.
I'm gonna shake him awake.
Cool. Your action to shake Septon awake. Septon, you're awake now.
Wakey wakey. That's my action.
That is your action, yes.
Cool. Then I'm going to use my movement to 1, 2, 3, 4 to start getting in there. And I hid all of my little buttons. Oh, perfect. I'm gonna start. Oh no, wait. I don't think I can throw anything because I used my action.
You did, yeah.
Right? Yeah. Then I'm just gonna be prepared.
Alright.
That's it.
Septon, you
Wakey.
you get waked up. You don't remember falling asleep, but here you are. Prone on the ground.
Well, I guess I'll stand back up. See the ball way behind us. And turn, Shandi. What do you got that?
I don't. I'm not fast enough.
I can get it.
How high up is it?
30.
30.
I sent it 30
sorry,
feet up.
30.
You can get
30,
there,
30.
be under it, and then go for it next turn.
Yeah, I guess it's true. Shanti, which one of us should go for it? Because I could
Yeah.
get it in the turn.
You guys want me to drop another one?
Oh, I can
Drop
get
that,
there and
dude.
back pretty quickly because I have 50 movement.
Yeah, would you be able to hit it this turn? It's 30 feet in the air.
No. I mean, I have to get there and wait. But we
There
both
and
wait.
back
I could
again.
put, and what I could send one this turn, then run over to that one to catch it next turn, and you could play with the one he sends in, and this
Okay.
and one I send in.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm sending one in.
Sure.
Alright.
Let it rip.
I'm gonna serve another one.
Cool.
Come on, athletics. 15, okay. Could be worse.
15, yeah, and that will get you 1d4, 2d4.
2d4, okay. Come on, 2d4. It's fine. Everything's fine. There's just things on the desk. Don't worry about
Are you
them.
sure? I'm pretty sure someone just broke into your room.
No, that's fine. They're all. Fuck. Alright. I rolled a 4 and a 10. So that's-
All right.
a 4 and a 1, so 40
So
by.
40 by 10.
But one of you said you could get to it, so I
Mhm.
will. Can I have another ball?
Yes, you can. Let me make sure that blast
Interesting
ball.
place to put that.
I just hit paste and it shows up. I don't I don't choose these things.
I'm bringing it over to me. I'm gonna go. If I go 40 like that, can you guys get to it?
Yes, no problem.
And it'll only be 10 feet up, so you have to get to it this turn.
Not a problem.
Alright. Then there it is.
All right. Anything else from you?
No, I will hold for now.
Cool. So, Zeka is going to move 10 feet out, hold her hand up, and cast Catapult on blast ball number 2.
Fucking Wizard Express.
70, 75, 80, 85, and it'll go over one more. 90.
How high up is that one?
20 feet, so that will hit the ground this turn. She will then, because she's moved 10 of her 40 feet, because she has a long strider on, she'll move 5, 10, 20, sorry, 10, and then she has, going to move here. Move out here and be ready for an incoming ball. Billy Berlin is just going to dash his way onto your court And Bobby Berlin is going to launch another ball. This one, I want to have this state incapacitated. Cool. That's not awesome. Does not throw it as far as he intended. 1d2 by 10. 20 by 10 feet. So he is going to throw it 20 feet forward, 10 feet up.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's gonna.
Yeah, it is, but it's he rolled bad, so that's how
No
it
one
that's
on
how it
no
be.
other team has another turn before the end of the initiative order.
Nope. So they they were counting on him to throw it really far because that's specifically what he's good at, but he didn't. Tether, you're up.
Tether is going to go here, and since that's remind me, what race is Billy Berlin?
Human.
Human. Since you can't make it to him, she's gonna cast Charm Person.
All right.
Wisdom save.
And as you cast Charm Person, Arlith's wrist flashes and a counterspell spell pops off, canceling your Charm Person.
Oh, they're a higher level.
No, they just have items. Well, they are, but they also have items that let them do this.
They're countering spells.
Which one did that,
Insight
Arlith?
check.
Arlith
Is it thin?
did.
Yeah.
It's not Finn.
Turns out it's Finn.
Sorry, how high up? Do you remember, Peter, how high up you sent Blast Ball 3?
Blast Ball 3 is 10 feet.
10 feet,
Yeah.
perfect. That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure.
That one has to be dealt with this time. Blast Ball 1 is up 30 feet, so we can chill for a second.
Yeah.
Blast Ball 2 is
20.
20.
I have them all in the chat, and
Yeah, I have them all written down here. I just forgot to write down 3,
Yeah.
so...
So Shandi, go for 2 if you can.
2.
Because 2's about to hit the ground.
It's a matter of
problem.
losing 5 or letting them get 5, so it's sort of the same idea. Shandi, you are up.
Okay. I'm going to bop on over to Blast Ball 2.
Cool.
I'm gonna give it a blast.
Cool, so, well, it's 20 feet in the air, so
Oh,
you could wait till it drops, or you could jump now.
I'll wait then.
Cool. So you hold your action till it drops. Turn.
alright, I'm gonna move. Move 30 to here. And I might as well dash and move the full just underneath it.
Cool.
The full 40. Mage Hand unfortunately disappears because I'm too
Mage
far
Hand.
away from it.
Goodbye, Mage Hand. It was good to know you.
And I think that's all I'm gonna do this turn.
All right. So, balls.
Ball 3 is gonna fall anyway.
Balls drop. Blast Ball 4. Well, let's start with Shandi. So the ball drops to you. You can make your athletics check if you'd like.
14.
14, cool. So you get 1d2 by 1d4.
Cool. So it's 2 and 3.
Cool. So 20 by 30 feet.
Alright, so I'm gonna send it 20 up and 30 over.
Cool. So it is now 30 feet in the air because it was 10-ish feet when you hit it. So 20 up, 30 over. Cool. The rest of the balls, except for the one above turn, hit the ground. So, blast ball number 3 lands at -2 points for you guys. Blast ball number 4 lands at -3 points for them. And that is round 1 done.
So we're up. We're up by 1.
You're up by 1 point. Going into turn 2. Turn 2 begins with Ekoron, who has 1 million spells, and I'm not entirely sure what the best one to do right now would be. Cool.
Oh, we're really far away from the field right now.
That is true.
Turn is standing outside the stadium in the parking lot waiting for it.
I got it. I got it. I got it.
They can only add 1 new ball to play.
That's true.
I mean, so can we, but we have more balls we can operate with.
Actually, I think they have more men on their team than we do.
You have the same amount of people on the team.
But not the same amount of balls.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, judging by Roydy over there, maybe it's even.
Do a measure that.
Blake, you'll never escape these jokes.
That's fine. Cool. No, that's not quite right. Sorry, I'm trying to size this correctly. Okay. Ekoron is going to move, in fact, backwards and down a little bit. He's going to cast his hand out and cast Hypnotic Pattern in a 30-foot cube that surrounds Shandi and Septon. And nobody else. So I'm going to need both of you to make a Wisdom saving throw. And Shandi... Well, no, actually. He is going to use 3 of his sorcery points to heighten this spell. And he's going to give Shandi disadvantage on this save. So I need both of you to make a Wisdom saving throw. Septon, you get advantage because it's a charm effect.
Oh, yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy.
That's 11 for me.
Cool, that is a fail.
Hang on, I'm looking for another d20. Oh boy, good thing it's an advantage. 8.
8. That's a failure. You both fail. So you become charmed by this hypnotic pattern that appears. It's the logo for the blazing bullets. You are charmed for the duration of the spell, and while you're charmed, you are incapacitated and have a speed of 0. So you're just mesmerized there.
Cool. When can we attempt to break it?
You don't get to.
Oh,
We can
really?
use an action to shake him up. Yeah.
Nope. You got to end the spell. Pretty sure.
Oh.
Oh no, yeah, you can use an action to shake them up. Yes, if you take damage, or if somebody else takes an action to shake you out of its stupor, it ends. Or if you end his concentration on the spell. Cool. Arlith is going to move forward here to flank this lad, and then he's going to weigh his options. I don't like that some of these guys ended up having turns in a row, because that makes my life just so much more fucking difficult, but... It's
Just
alright.
remove him from the combat. It'll be
Yeah,
fine.
it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. That's an option. Close enough for that. Ignore that. Okay. So what he's going to do is cast... Let me check the rules real quick to make sure that I'm not screwing up here. Cool. That's perfect. He is going to cast the spell Shatter on the location of Blast Ball number 2. Blast Ball number 2 is going to take 3d8 points of thunder damage.
Isn't that also going to hit me?
No. Not the way he's positioning it.
Okay.
He's putting it basically unfront and below the ball. Blast Ball number 2 is going to burst and be scored on that location. So they gain 4 points. And he is down another spell slot. So they have 1 point. Cool. And that is Arlith's turn. Una, you are up.
Okay.
Sorry, did that just tie the game? Or?
No,
No, they
you
have
have
one
-2, they have 1 point.
I'm gonna pop up there. And I'm gonna throw my first shadow, no, not shadow blade, something else, psionic blade at Arlith.
Awesome. Sonic Blades at Arlith. Go ahead and roll them.
Nervous. Natural 20.
Roll some damage.
Hey. Double dice. Oh, double sixes. So that is 15 points of psychic damage.
Oh my god. Okay.
On Arlith. How's he looking after that?
Like, he's still standing, but that hurt. He's like, oh!
Operation Murder Arlith is a go.
Yeah, then he grabs his head and he points and says, "Kill her!" And points over towards you, and Billy Berlin roars in agreement.
What did you say?
Did you double your sneak attack damage too? Did you roll double
I don't think
sneak?
I have sneak.
Oh, sorry.
don't
sorry,
have
okay.
sneak, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, never mind. I came in late.
Yeah. Ooh. Billy just said that
Arlith said
He said
that, and Billy acknowledged.
to Billy. Then
Yeah.
okay. Then I'll direct my bonus at Billy. Beep. Man, ones today.
I've been
Re-rolling,
I've
though.
been rolling them too.
You might be wondering why I chose halfling. Because ones just irk me to my core, and I know it's a part of the game.
They are unbelievably frustrating.
I'm getting better. I'm getting better. Did you notice how when I rolled double ones, I didn't cry at all?
Well,
That is character development.
now let's see it happen in combat.
Okay, but anyway, that's 23 to hit Billy.
Yeah, that'll hit. That'll hit Billy.
Then
Billy.
bonus, so 5 points of psychic damage on Billy.
5 points of psychic damage on Billy, and Billy
And
takes the full 5 because that is not physical damage.
and I want my eyes to just go black, just to be a little scary.
Billy looks excited.
Oh no! No!
Anything else from you?
Anything later?
That's it.
All right,
Except I just cringe at his excitement.
Septin, you're hypnotized.
Yep.
And Zeka is going to
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
run 30 feet back, and she is going to launch a ball, seemingly quite frustrated at Bobby. And she does a lot better. She does a lot better. Holy fuck. Okay. She gets 2d6, I believe. Yeah. I didn't realize she had so much athletics. Well, could have been better. She launches blast ball number 5 out into the field. She launches it.
Blast ball number 5 is my favorite wedding dance. Bye.
Maybe there. Can we get there? Yeah, we'll make it work. She launches it up there. It is 20 feet in the air. Blast ball number 5. Cool. Billy Berlin. He's coming at you. He's gonna whip his big ol' hammer off his back, and he's gonna do some swinging. I have to check one more thing, because I believe this is gonna hurt a lot, but I also need to just make sure. Come on. Billy? Billy, where you at? Nope. It's only gonna hurt a little. But he is freaking out. There is foam dripping out of his mouth, and he is going to make a big boy attack at you. Wowie fucking zowie. What
baby
a
girl?
garbage roll from him.
I'm just a little baby.
Wow. 7 to hit.
That does not hit the baby girl.
Good thing he gets another one. Oh my god. 11 to hit.
That does not hit baby girl.
He is swinging wildly. He can't seem to fucking hit you for some reason.
Because I'm fucking with your mind.
Bobby Berlin is gonna run 30 feet up, and then he's gonna throw his hammer at the blast ball. Which counts more as an attack than it does an athletics check. He does in fact hit it. Okay. He is going to send it 10 feet up and 10 feet forward with his axe, or with his hammer. So it is now 30 feet in the air. All right, that is that's the Berlin brothers' turn. Tether, you are up.
Heather's gonna run to Arlith and hit him with her shillelagh shield. Hopefully. You never know. Until you do know. That's 18?
18 will hit. Boy ain't wearing much armor.
Okay. Ooh. Da 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 da. 7. That's 12 bludgeoning and 4 poison.
He is still standing. Barely.
And can he make a Constitution saving throw?
Yes, he can. 19. 19. 19.
Yeah. Sorry, I nodded. I forgot.
Cool. I can't really see you. I got a lot of tabs open right now. Yeah.
Sorry.
You're good. Yeah. You. Bam! You slam him right in the face, and ooh, he's not looking awesome. He really isn't. Yeah. Things have looked better for Arlith. Cool. That makes it Sean D. Your turn. You are hypnotized. Turn. Your turn. There's a blast ball at you.
Right. Yeah. Just trying to think if Sean D is hypnotized. I guess I want to get this out of here regardless. Is Sean D on top of one? I can't see.
No. He's just standing there.
First of all, I'm gonna blast this ball. I'm gonna roll a little acrobat athletics check.
Cool.
At advantage.
Oh, at advantage? Am I? Oh, you did cast it on me?
Yeah.
Okay, well, cool. Just make sure. All right, it's gonna be a 17.
17. Yep, that gets you some move. That's 2d4.
Cool. So I rolled a 1 and a 4.
Cool.
Could put it here and only 10 feet up.
Then it'll be
Yeah.
20 feet up and it'll land at the end, yeah.
Yeah. Or I could put it. Wait, is it? Do I get to choose, or is it specifically?
You get to choose, yeah.
Oh, okay. Or I could put it here and just buy us a lot of time. Hold on, I'm just gonna move this so I can move my token for a second. Am I shaking distance of Shanti? Oh, I am.
But you already used your action to hit the ball.
Yeah, I just get ready for next turn just in case. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna put this here and
50 feet up.
50 feet up.
50 feet up in the air.
Word.
And then I'm going to go boop 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 here. And then I don't believe I have a bonus action or anything I can do to let me double check. Nope, I really don't have anything. So
Cool.
much fun being level 3 ranger.
Don't worry, you won't be for long. All right, balls fall. There's only 2 balls in the field. The 50-foot one goes down to 30 feet, and the ball 5 goes down to 10 feet. And that takes us back to the top of the round with Echoron. Echoron, who is currently focusing on hypnotizing folks. Well, that's Arlith. That's not who I want.
Good, let's eat up his con.
Yeah, he can't do much.
I thought it was Arlith who was hypnotizing us, and I was like, oh,
No.
good, we'll get out in a second.
No, it's Echoron who's doing it, unfortunately for you.
Fuck you, Ekelron.
There's no way he's getting to you.
Doing it from downtown.
Alright. He is going to aim one of his hands over towards Una, and you see as he does so, white scales glow on his arm as a blast of frost flies at you. And he's going to cast Ray of Frost at you. Una. So that is a 19 to hit.
Yep.
Cool, you're going to take the normal 2d8 cold damage plus 3 extra cold damage because of his draconic heritage. So 9...
Oh, this is Finn.
Yeah, this is Finn. 9 points of cold damage to you there, Una. And that's about all he can do with his turn. Arlith, on the other hand, is unbelievably pissed. So he is going to throw a fireball directly at you, Tether.
Wait. Arlith, no.
Don't worry. He can not get hit by it because he's an evocation wizard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't he still make the save? He still has a chance of failing it, doesn't he?
I thought he just didn't get hit by it, but if that's the case, then
He
that's
gets to
fine
roll
as
with
well.
advantage and takes no damage on a save, but if he fails,
I didn't write it down because I thought it was
Unless
but
he's so
let me
high
just-
level, he has the, like, it
No.
doesn't hit my allies
He
thing.
doesn't. Well, it's at second level.
I'd have to, I mean,
Oh, no,
I'm
no,
not
yeah.
gonna-
Beginning at second level, you can choose a number of allies equal to 1 plus the spell's level. The chosen creatures automatically succeed on their saving throws against the spell, and they take no damage if they would normally take half on a successful save.
Oh, okay, they still
Yeah.
make it.
Sculpt spells, that's a second level ability. They automatically make their save, it says.
That's okay. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
But, Tether, you are going to have to go
Make
ahead.
a dex saving throw. Flaccid 20.
Blasted 20, so you're going to take half damage from the fireball.
This guy's playing dirty.
He's really angry. He's almost dead, in fact.
He really don't want to be Egg Boy.
He really don't want to be Egg Boy. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful. Oh, Arlith, you're all talk, no action.
All egg, no yolk.
Good
All
roll.
egg, no boy.
Good rolls, buddy.
All Humpty without the Dumpty.
I didn't like that.
Roll the notice.
Guys, it never said who started the fact that Humpty Dumpty is an egg.
You're gonna take 26 points of fire damage,
We'll never
halved
know.
to 13. I need a concentration check from you.
13. 1 second, I'm just gonna do the HP part real quick. That fails.
All right, so turn. You no longer have enhance ability on you, but you only take 13 damage. He looks, as the smoke clears, he looks legitimately surprised that you're still standing. But that's about
You
all.
got rid of my temporary hit points.
That's about all he can do. Una, your turn.
Oh no.
You got Billy Berlin on you.
Well, hello, Billy. Just gonna scooch past you here. And, so I have a clean line of sight towards Arlith, who loved that psychic damage so much the last time. So I'm gonna hit him again.
Go for it.
Long story short. Unnatural 20.
Yeah. He's got 1 HP, so don't worry about damage. So as you throw the thing at him, his eyes just glaze over and he collapses on the ground. The ref calls the game. The blast balls freeze in the air, and Arlith's unconscious form is dragged from the field.
Does that affect concentration time on spells?
I mean, no. Theoretically, no. Should it? Yes, but in practice, we're gonna go ahead and say no.
Magic time field.
Yeah, Magitech is a Magitech something or other. Maybe one of these days, if you guys keep playing Blast Ball, maybe I'll put something in about timeouts and casualties. But for now,
They found the technology to stop time for magic and use it for sports.
yeah, exactly. No, we're just gonna glaze over right now and say that the adrenaline lets you keep your concentration up longer than it should. All right, and we return in the middle of Una's turn.
Oops. And just a little dagger at Billy.
Cool.
23.
Yes.
Weird font dice. Okay, 5 points.
5 points of psychic damage.
Psych!
And he takes it. Cool. Septon, still hypnotized. Zeka is starting to look a little bit worried, frankly.
How many turns are we in?
This is the third turn.
The third? So 7 more?
Yeah. Or until somebody hits 20 or negative 20 points. Or until an entire team is gone. Zeka does have some cantrips. Cool. And Zeka is going to run her 40 feet onto the field. Blast ball 5 is 10 feet in the air. She is going to cast the Gust cantrip to knock the ball 10 feet this direction. And that is all she can do this turn. Billy Berlin is going to take some swings at you. Una. Alright, that's fucking better, Billy. That is an 18 to hit.
Yeah.
Going to take 11 points of bludgeoning damage as he slams you real hard. And the second attack is not as good. That is a 7 to hit.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Well, he tried. He did his fucking best. All right, well, sorry. Add 2 to that for his rage damage. I forgot. So whatever you took before, add 2 more to that damage. Bobby Berlin, run up to here, and he's gonna try to slam that ball. And that's a natural 20, baby. All right, 2d8.
Ooh, uh-oh.
So he launches it 30 feet forward and 30 feet up. So it is now 40 feet in the air, and deep in the enemy field. And that is their turn. Tether, here we go.
Okay, I love the ball is there, but also I think ending concentration isn't more important right now. So I'm gonna cast a 2nd level spell on Ekaron.
Cool. Bobby's wrist flashes, counterspell.
Fuck my life, fuck it all up. Fuck my life, da 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 da. So that doesn't happen. And I guess I'll just move here and make Billy make a con save.
Cool. That is a flaccid 20.
I did nothing this turn.
These guys have fancy items. I wonder whose dad bought them for them.
Oh, we all know. We've been new.
Egg boy. Egg dad. Egg
boy.
dad.
Egg Dad did it. Sean D, you're still hypnotized. Turn.
Alright, first thing I do is I shake Shandi and I say, nap time's over. Or I like wave the pretty colors away from his face.
Hello, turn.
Yep, you are
Goodbye.
back to
I
normal.
turn and walk back to the ball. Oh wait, that ball is, I put that
Ball
50
is
feet
currently
in the air.
30 feet up right now.
Oh, did it fall at the end of last turn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. So I will move here, and it's probably outside my jump range, isn't it? Well,
It's
I did
30
have jump.
feet up. You have
I-
jump on, so you could theoretically go for it.
You're not allowed to jump further than your full distance moved, and I had to move 25 feet to get under it. Does that count? Like I know when you jump, you're not allowed to exceed your move distance.
Yeah,
Your action to wake up Shandi.
you did. So you wouldn't be
Oh
able
yeah,
to hit
yeah,
the
it
ball
doesn't even
anyway.
matter. Okay, I just run there and I get my hands up in there like Coach taught me.
Just like Coach taught you. All right, and the balls fall. The one above you falls to 10 feet, right in your range, and the other unmanned ball falls to 20 feet. And we take it back to the top of the round. Acheron is not going to drop concentration, but he is going to do something. Yeah.
Observe my tactics.
Hey, thanks for the subs, Nick. Alright, he is going to cast Sleep again. At level 2 this time. In the square to affect Tether and Una. So he only gets 78 this time.
It's probably more than enough.
6. And I only have 68. Damn. We'll see. He might roll bad.
Might not matter.
He didn't roll bad.
Yeah.
Also, sorry. Well, the last one he rolled bad. All right, that's 30 hit points of sleeping. So, Una, how much do you have left?
2. She's holding up 2.
2
Sorry.
left. All right. And Tether, how much do you have left?
I have 23, so we're both asleep.
You're both asleep. You
Good
both
night.
Fall to the ground.
Nighty night. Sleep tight.
Slumbering.
Why is everyone falling asleep this game? Like running from ball to ball in the back.
Arlith, I'm gonna remove from the. Remove that from the initiative because he doesn't get anything anymore. Una's asleep. Septon is paralyzed. Unseka is going to dash up to here and action surge to hit the ball. Not awesome. Not an awesome roll there, Unseka. Cool. She gets 1d2 by 10 feet. Alright, she's going to knock it over here. And she's going to send it 10 feet forward and 10 feet down. So now it is 10 feet away from the ground. Billy looks satisfied with the work that's been done over here, so he's going to leave. 5, 10, run up to there. Bobby is going to dash back to the start. Those are their turns. Tether is asleep. Sean D.
Okay, I am going to give him cursor back. So first, up here, use my action to shake Septon awake,
Cool.
and then I have enough because I have 15 movement. Use action surge to hit the ball.
Nice. Nice save. All right.
Maybe not nice. It's athletics.
Athletics, yeah.
Okay, 9. So
9 is a...
10 by 10.
9 is 10 by 10, yeah. So you could do 10
Yep.
feet up and 10 feet back if you'd like. Reverse the work she did.
Yeah, I'll send it right back. 10
Cool.
up and 10 back.
10 up and 10 back. Nice. Turn.
That ball's still gonna fall 20 feet this turn,
It is.
right? Alright, I'm gonna hit this thing.
Cool.
I think it's currently, ball 1 is currently 10 feet above the ground.
It
so I'm
is,
just
yeah.
gonna hit it.
It's in your range.
And am I gonna do anything special to it? I don't think so. Nope, okay, I'm just gonna roll an athletics check.
Cool.
And I don't get advantage anymore, right?
Because that
Yeah.
ended.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, 13.
13, I mean, it hits. That's 1d2 by 1d4.
Okay. Is it 1d2 up?
Up to you.
Or is it
You can
whatever?
decide
Oh.
which
Yeah,
one.
yeah, always gets big.
I rolled a 2 on the 1d2, and I rolled a 1 on the 1d4. So
Cool,
10 by
so-
20.
10 by 20.
We're just gonna move it over here, and we're gonna put it up to 30 feet.
Slowly but surely making its way back. All right.
And then, for my movement, I'm going to... Oh, man, that's such a pain. I guess I'm just gonna stand right under it.
Cool. So, that one drops to 10. The other one drops to the ground. And they score 2 more points. It is now -2 to 3. Cool. Top of the round. Acheron is going to drop concentration on the spell that's not doing anything anymore. He's going to do some other stuff. Yeah, he will do that. He is going to cast Hold Person. And he's going to use the rest of his sorcery points to twin Hold Person. And he's going to aim it at Septon and Shandi. again. Because he had a good time holding on to you last time. So I need wisdom saving throws for both of you
Person
guys.
Range 60.
Is it? Oh, he can move forward.
Oh, okay.
I forgot about range. Oh, he actually, you know what? He might not be able to hit.
He can't
Thank
reach
you.
me.
Thank you for that reminder. 65. All right, well then he won't do that. He does have other options though. He's not gonna do that. Then he won't use his sorcery point, but he will. He won't use his sorcery points, but he will still hold Shandi. So Shandi, make a wisdom save.
11. Again.
That is a fail. You are held. Alright. Una's asleep. Septim.
I'm going to. Oh, can I not do that? Alright. Yeah, I need to get Shundi out of there, and I need to wake those guys up.
Really need those two awake, yeah.
Yeah, we need to get those two awake. Okay, I'm gonna go to here,
Cool.
running around Billy Berlin. Then I'm gonna bonus action face step
Nice.
Hey.
to teleport to another 30 feet to here, and everyone around me takes, or everyone in the melee range around me takes 3 fire damage.
3 fire damage.
So
Now is face step a spell?
no, it's a bonus action. It's a racial feat.
Perfect. Because they will
Yeah,
counter
other kind of
otherwise.
spells.
No, it's a racial feat.
Yeah, you're good. So how much damage? Sorry.
It's my charisma mod, so it's just 3 damage, just 3 fire damage.
Cool. So Echoron takes 3 fire damage. He is going to make his concentration save.
1.
Think he'll be fine.
No.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, 3 fire damage isn't a whole lot there. Yeah, it just takes it.
Cool.
And then I'm going to. Oh, I'm out of movement, so I can't step back and wake them up this turn, can I?
Not this turn, no.
I don't know if it's too late, but Phase Step is just casting Misty Step, isn't it?
No,
No, it's not.
Yeah, I think it's a different thing.
no, it is its own weird
For
thing.
Eldrin, yeah.
I mean, it is effectively just
Well,
casting.
doesn't it say you can cast Misty Step like once a day or something?
No, it says
That's Fey
It doesn't
Teleportation
matter.
for
It doesn't
high
like it
elves.
doesn't matter. I'm
Yeah,
just
as a
curious.
bonus action, you can magically teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see.
Cool, okay.
But I can't do it again. Yeah, I can't walk to get either of them. Can I use a weapon that has reach, even if I'm in melee range?
Yeah.
All right, then we're gonna use the bludgeoning whip on this fella,
Cool.
because I ain't got any other ideas. We'll have to. And that's not gonna hit. That's a 10.
10 unfortunately does not hit him.
Yep. All right, then that is my turn.
Cool. Nice. Unzeka is going to run forward again and lash out at you with her sheathed sword. So she's hitting you with a... Oh, right. Well, you're held, actually, so that's not an issue. Never mind. Sorry. She can instead... She's gonna run down here, and she's going to smack Una in the back of the head with her sword. For a auto crit. You had 2 HP?
Probably gonna hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are knocked unconscious and removed from the game.
Yeah, because I was totally gonna wake up in the next round.
She couldn't do anything else.
Bitch. Whatever.
I mean, I could have woken you up in the next round.
Billy Berlin is gonna run over and do the same thing. He has 2 attacks now. Now I do need to check really quick about hitting sleeping targets because I'm pretty sure it auto crits.
You have to roll to hit first.
Cool.
And then if you do, you auto crit. It's the same as an incapacitated target.
Yeah. So that is.
You get advantage on the hit.
Yeah. I don't know. A 23 to hit, Tether?
I think that does it.
Wow, he rolled fucking garbage.
Well, I'm sure he'll do better next time.
9 damage initially.
Okay.
Now you're awake, though.
You're awake. He still has advantage. He still has advantage on his
Yeah.
second strike, but he doesn't auto crit you this time. 19 to hit.
I think that does it.
Cool. He rolled a little better that time. $13 points of bludgeoning
Deuces.
damage. All right.
Oh,
This is incredibly sexist.
All right, boys.
Just
Start
kidding.
T-posing.
boys and we have. Yeah, I feel like we gotta get one of these guys out so we can even up the teams again.
Bobby
That's turned
is.
into a brawl.
It is.
Oh yeah.
Bobby's gonna dash
Right.
up to you, and that's his turn. Tether is out. Sean D is held. Turn.
Is it worth it to lose 5 points now so that we can try and just wipe out the team before we get to negative 20 points? Because they're all away from the.
I have no way of doing damage, though.
I mean,
I didn't prepare for this.
You can
I
punch.
thought
You can punch.
we don't win if we wipe them out.
You do.
Yes, we do.
Oh, I thought the game just ended at the current score.
No.
No.
Because theoretically, since the entire team's gone, you can effortlessly score as many times as you want. So you're declared the winner.
Oh, okay.
So I
Well,
could
damn, we could have just gone in
this.
and murdered everybody and ignored the balls.
You could have.
No, we could have. I could sacrifice this to get in there and start fighting.
I mean, we're not going to win any other way.
Oh, you don't know that.
Can I move this for a second so I can see my character?
Yeah.
Or some stuff.
You've got Ekoron hold up on concentration with Shandi. Unzeka's out of spells, and the Billies are just barbarians, so.
Right.
Honestly, getting rid of Arlif got rid of a lot of their options. They don't have a whole lot they can do now other than try to maintain their lead.
Well, we can't let that happen now, can we, boys? Show them why we call it boys' room. I don't know if I have anything I can do though. Stepton, do you have a way out of there? That sounds like a no.
I've got an idea. I can try to cast a spell, but I somehow get a feeling that's not gonna work.
Try. Yeah, that's true. We could try and bait out the counter spells. Wink, wink. Don't listen to that, DM.
They didn't hear it.
I also might just go down here because I'm surrounded.
You
But I
are
think
surrounded.
I think a few of them go before. No, just Ekoron goes before I do. Right? If it's your turn.
Yeah, he doesn't really have a way to damage you. But
Okay,
Not
alright.
super worried. I do need to clarify something on my turn.
What's the score right now? They have 3, we have -2.
yeah.
All right, let's do it. We're going big. I'm gonna let this thing go. Done this a while ago. All right, I move 5. I'm gonna move 30.
Question: since Longstrider is not like what's the others?
Concentration.
It's not concentration. If I knock unconscious, that buff still applies and stuff.
Yeah, it's cast.
Okay.
It lasts for the duration.
Where are these boys? Perfect. You know what I learned from the other day? When you cast a cube spell, you're not at the when you cast Thunder Wave, you're not
I
at the
learned that
center
too.
of it.
Yeah.
You propel it from the side, so it's like a 9x9 or 3x3 grid in front of you, like 3 spaces out.
Oh, so it's
Yeah.
like a blast. I actually didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Thunderclap is the one that's around you. That's just an
Yeah,
answer.
I've been doing it wrong my whole life. Like,
Me too. I did it wrong earlier in this campaign.
yeah. All right. Cool. They are.
I'm just turn. I'm here to learn. I have some balls to blast and burn.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I'm just trying to make sure my measurement's right. Okay, so from under this ball, I'm going to cast Fairy Fire on both Unzeka and Billy Berlin.
Cool. They have to make their saves.
Yes. Is anyone trying to counterspell me?
Yes, actually, that's
Actually, they have. What's the range of counterspell? Is it 60 feet?
It might be. These wristlets are set to go off every time an enemy does it, so they don't actually get to pick. But
You know, there's a measuring tool, right? Tether?
No,
Or-
it's easier just to move things around, not click around too much.
yeah.
Can I
Counter
actually?
spell.
I'm gonna move up before.
Let me just check the
I'll
range of
just-
counter spell.
I'll just do this.
Yeah, counterspell is 60 feet, so if they are farther than 60 feet... So I guess Inzeka is within 60 feet of you. Nope, she's not. Cool. So, no counterspell happens.
Fairy Fire is a range of 60 feet, but it's a 20-foot cube.
So that should hit both of them, yeah.
So, okay. Alright, they both make the dexterity saving throw. It's
Yes.
11.
So, Unzeka rolls pretty good. Yeah, she rolls a natural 14, so nothing. And Billy also rolls a natural 14, so nothing.
Okay, and then I move up and I pull out my Warhammer and
Nice.
I say, I don't know what I say. I say, well, I guess this is what this has come to.
Is that it?
That's it.
Cool. Balls fall. Blast ball number 1 falls in your back court. You are now at -7. And there are no blast balls active on the field. we've
More
given
like
up.
Blast brawl.
Yeah, at
Yeah,
this
this might
point,
be a blast brawl.
At this
but
point-
we have to end within a certain number of turns.
it is a full-on brawl. You have, you're on turn 5 now. So
Okay, so we have 5 more.
that's a normal amount of turns, I think.
Please.
Echoron gets to go
Wait.
first.
Weird question. No, wait, never mind. I answered my question. Never mind.
All right.
What you got, Ekoran? Other than some burn marks.
he does have that.
Briefly set you on fire.
Echoron is going to cast... Ah, man, what is he going to cast? He doesn't have a whole lot of options here. Fight music ended. Yeah. He'll do that. He's going to cast Frostbite on you. So make a Constitution saving throw for me, Septon.
Okay. Let's see how this goes. Big rolls. Big rolls. 9.
That's a fail. So you take 5 points, 5 plus 3, so 8 points of cold damage, and you have disadvantage on your next weapon attack roll before the end of your next turn,
Okay.
as frost sort of spreads over your arms. And that's all he can do. Your turn.
My turn.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna use our newfound knowledge of blasts to hit those two with Thunder Wave.
Cool. So they make a save.
Yep, I believe a con save.
All right. We'll start with Bobby. Ooh, Bobby not doing so good, but he does
I'm
have
gonna do
really
it
high
at second
con.
level. I should have said that. I'm sorry.
Cool. That's fine. Bobby didn't do great. 11.
That is a failure.
And Ekelron did worse. 10.
All right, so they are both gonna take. Need another D8. They're both gonna take 12 damage
Cool.
and be launched 10 feet backward.
What kind of damage?
Good question.
I think it's thunder damage, right?
It should just be thunder damage.
Okay, cool. That makes sense. Just
Yeah.
make sure for resistances.
Yep, they're gonna take 3d8 thunder damage.
All right, and we will make this concentration check for Ekelron
Why is Ekelron so beefy?
because he's a dwarf.
The beefy kind.
He is fine. He is still concentrating. Rolled a natural 16.
What's he concentrating right now? Hold person?
Whole person on Sean D. Yeah.
Alright, in that case, I am going to blasted them back. That's my action. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna put some distance between me and their team. Head on. Oh no, that would put me in attack of opportunity, wouldn't it?
You can right click to put waypoints in your path.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm just gonna head on up here.
Cool.
And then what's the range? Yeah, I'm gonna shout to turn. All right, we got one chance at this, and I'm gonna throw a bardic inspiration on him.
Nice.
I'm feeling
So-
inspired.
Reactions, attacks, damage, whatever works for everything.
I can add the damage.
You can add it to damage because I'm a Valor Bard.
Because Valor Bard, yeah. All right, and Zeka's going to run over and take a swing at you. With their sheathed sword. That wasn't great. 13 to hit.
AC 16.
Cool. Bing! Bounces off the
My bark skin.
the bark skin. Billy doesn't get on you,
Whoa, 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 whoa!
but he does
whoa.
get near you.
Billy, chill.
His first attack is a lot to hit. Flaccid 20.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So that is 10 points of damage.
Whew, boy.
And his second attack is 21.
Yeah, no, I'm dead.
He didn't roll very good.
Doesn't. I don't think it's gonna matter. But what is it?
It is a 7.
Yep. I'm down.
You were removed from
I
play.
am removed from the game.
Oh crap! This is looking rough.
Yeah, it is. Bobby Berlin
no.
is
Why did
just
you make this deal?
start sprinting.
All right. All right. All right.
Sean D is held. Turn.
All right. I'm going to roll my attack roll. First, I cast Zephyr Strike.
Cool.
Do they counter?
Yes. Unzeka's wristlet. Ping.
Cool. Second, I roll my attack roll. Let me make sure I cast this spell. Okay. Well, rolled a 6. I'm not even gonna bother adding inspiration to that one, honestly.
It's fair.
Cool, that's all I can do. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do.
All right. Ekelron. Move up 25 feet. You're not in range. That's his turn. Septon is no longer in the order. And Zeka's gonna attack you, or at least try. That'll do better. Yeah, that's well over 20.
Okay.
As she slams you with her sheathed sword. Ooh. 13 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, I use my reaction to cast Hellish Rebuke.
Nice.
counterspell?
Yep. Bobby Berlin still has his counterspell on, so it pings off.
Okay.
They are almost out of counterspells. Everyone's wrist has flashed except for Echoron's.
Well, I am entirely out of spells.
Well, then Bobby Berlin is going to take his 2 attacks on you. The first one probably misses. Yeah, it's a 10. The second one will hit. It's a good deal over 20. 14 points of damage.
That hurts.
And I guess Billy Berlin will be sprinting up as well. Can't attack you this turn, but he is there now. Shandi's held. Your turn.
Wait, doesn't hold poison allow for
It's at the end of the
saving
turn,
throw
right?
at the end of the turn?
Oh, yeah. It does, doesn't
Oh.
it?
Yeah.
That's my bad. Go ahead and make it. Make the save.
Yeah, it's a 5.
Yeah, no save. Make another one, because we forgot it last turn.
Yeah, it's a 7.
Yep, okay.
So sad.
Turn, your turn. Turn.
Alright, fine. I guess I'll once again swing my long sword at Nzeka. Oh my gosh, that's an 8.
Miss.
Alright, just for the heck of it, it's my last turn. I'm gonna add the D. What is it, D6 right now?
Mm-hmm. D6.
Come on, 6. Alright, brings up to a 13.
Not enough, unfortunately.
Okay. And I end my turn.
Cool. Oh, buddy.
Alright, hit me. Do it.
Echoron's gonna Ray of Frost you to begin with. Natural 20. That's just mean.
I have 3 health, so
Yeah, that's gonna be it, because he does minimum 3 damage, so.
cool. Alright, I go down.
As turn goes down, and the crowd goes insane. Game's not over.
Time for the Shandi beatdown.
Game's
Shandi
not
beatdown.
over yet.
Nothing like beating a paralyzed.
Yeah.
Everybody kick the paralyzed cat boy.
Unzeka turns to you, scoffs, and starts walking back towards the beginning. Billy and Bobby Berlin, on the other hand, are raging. So they're gonna go ahead and go for it. Let me check one thing. Cool. What's your AC?
15?
Okay, so that's 1 hit from Billy. One hit and 1 crit from Billy. A miss from Bobby, and a crit from Bobby. Yikes. We'll start with the crits. 19 from the first crit.
Mm-hmm.
Not nearly as good from the second crit. 11 from the second crit. And the normal hit is...
That's enough.
Yeah. And you fall to the ground and are removed from the field. The crowd starts screaming and cheering. And the game is over. The rest of y'all have a bit of a bummer of a time as you're roused awake through non-magical means. You're just basically stabilized and woken up. As the rest of the team the other team, the Blazing Bullets, takes their victory lap. They hoist Eckleron on their shoulders and they start chanting. Arlith is still out cold, and they don't seem to care that much about that fact. Yeah. Johnson walks over and he's fuming.
Sorry, Johnson.
No,
Tried their best.
it's not your fault.
They're pretty good.
They're not
They
half.
have really nice jewelry.
They're not half as good as they should have been. Those things, those are against regulation. You're not able to bring in that sort of item into one of these games. But it looks like the ref didn't care.
They cheated?
Oh yeah, big time.
Oh, hold on a sec.
Whoa.
Thank you for the host, Metadog. I appreciate it.
Where's Arlith?
Arliss is unconscious.
Unconscious.
No, can I see him though? Like, are we
Yeah.
in the same place as him?
Yeah.
All right.
I want to take that.
I'd like to pick up one of my eggs and walk over to him.
Oh.
All right, you do.
And I'd like to rouse him from his unconsciousness if possible.
The whole carton. Just...
I'm gonna put it in his hand and be like, "I'm sorry, buddy. You lost."
No, we could have lost to somebody like you.
Oh, come on, dude. It just be like that sometimes.
No, but my father will hear about this. And he like stumbles to his feet and like pushes you and just starts walking away as like the crowd is cheering and his team is celebrating, but he's like very single-mindedly walking out of the arena.
Does he still have the egg in his hand that I gave him?
Oh, he threw it on the ground.
Damn. All right. Well, I think I just bought us some time.
Oh, it's alright. I mean, it's not like we're really gonna do anything he says anyway. Or at least I wasn't intending to.
Yeah, I wasn't there, so I was just gonna say, my name is Feather, and Tether left.
Nice.
Yes, didn't Sheena even say that she wouldn't let this happen?
That is true.
We should tell Sheena it's happened and see what she does. Fucking kill someone.
Oh, that was my thinking.
What's the other team doing right now?
Most of them are celebrating, but not all of them. Oh, sorry, we're on the wrong page. Unzeka walks over to your team.
Oh, okay. Hey,
Hi!
You
Do you want to hang out?
you guys are a great team.
Yeah.
Well, we could be better. You played well.
No, that was actually, I think, this was our second time playing, and that was much worse than our first time, I think.
Yeah.
You knocked out our captain on your second time playing. That's impressive.
That guy sucked.
To be fair,
wasn't that
Captain
good.
isn't much.
we all
You don't have to tell me that. I hadn't played this sport until I enrolled in this college, and after seeing some of my training, I was coerced into joining the team. But from what I can tell, you played well. And I'm sorry about the rest of my team.
Where'd you get the pretty bracelets?
That would be from Mr. Favalar, Arlith's father. As I understand it, they're against the rules, but I'm in no position to argue with my superiors.
I don't hold it against you. I mean, even if you didn't have the bracelets, in the end, when it turns into an all-out brawl, like, you sort of won that even without them. So,
Well, from what I've been told, it doesn't usually turn into an all-out brawl. Our particular style of play is pretty brutal.
like I said, second game, first game we were getting beaten by guards. Second game we're getting beaten by you guys. It seems like fighting to me.
Oh, there tends to be fighting involved, yes, but this one turned out a little more violent than the scrimmages we've had. But I just wanted to say, good job.
Oh, thank you. Good job to you too. Good
She
game.
nods her head and leaves.
I hold out my
Oh, if you hold out your hand, she sees you hold out your hand, she whips back and shakes your hand.
If you ever want to play without a handicap, come on down to the college. We have an area where we play.
Oh,
We have a field, sort of.
you're also part of a college?
Oh,
Uh,
the Hagen Estate down south.
I haven't heard of it, but I'll seek it out. You
The
seem like
break-
good sports.
Thing.
Well, we're not good sports. We lost.
I mean, in the attitude department.
yeah.
attitude ain't nothing but a thing, right? Or something? I don't really know.
I don't know.
I got hit in the head pretty hard.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Regardless, good game. I could tell you have many skills amongst you. I hope to face you sometime again, either in this or in real battle. And she heads out.
Well, at the end of the day, We may have lost that blast ball, but we gained a friend. And I'd like to think that's all that matters.
I don't think blast ball matters at all, but it was fun.
It was nice to see everyone come out and cheer.
It was a shame that we had to let Mrs. Lee down, but
Oh, she's cheering in the crowd as well. She doesn't actually seem to mind that you lost. She's
Never
having
mind.
a good time playing the sport. Yeah. All of your fans are cheering just as much as the Blazing Bullets fan. It was an action-packed game, and frankly, that's what people come to see sometimes.
Well, I think I want to go home and take the rest of the day off. I'm feeling beat.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally. In more ways than one.
Cool. Yeah, you, more than welcome to begin your, trek home. Johnson accompanies you home, and he's grumbling and kicking the dirt the entire time and said, "You guys should have won that. I mean, that wasn't fair that they had those things there. You guys were putting up a good game. Oh, makes me so mad."
I mean, is there like someone we could like appeal to and be like, "Hey, the college cheated. They're not allowed to be in games for X amount of time." Like, is that a thing?
Now that's a good idea, Septa.
I bet Colrell could probably do something about that.
Oh, I am on very good terms with some of the higher-ups in the Blast Ball Association, the Zymor Blast Ball League, the XBL.
It's also on good terms with
Johnson
Colrell.
could do
Colrell.
something about
Yeah.
that.
XBL.
I mean, I used to play professionally after all, so
Alright.
I'll put a word in and see what we can have done. I'm pretty sure that the game was recorded, so there's proof of it.
I'm about to ruin this whole man's career.
I mean, are we sure? I mean, Blast Ball seems like all they have. Like, imagine if you had nothing else in life except Blast Ball. And then...
Well, then you should probably treat it with respect and not
Yeah.
like
Well,
cheat.
Alright.
As you say that turn,
alright.
Johnson's face goes from smiling to, like, it falls pretty quickly, and he's like, "I don't have to imagine that." And then he sort of silently walks ahead of you for the rest of the way.
No, Johnson, come back, come back.
turn.
Wow, turn, nice going.
Johnson, I'm in the back, still trying to call him over. You have so much more in life than Blast Ball. Look at us, you have us. Look
Oh,
at
it's alright. No, it's fine. I'm a little tired. I'm gonna head back early.
Colrell, maybe.
Yeah, I think he wants to meet.
Good game today, everybody. If you want to keep playing, you know where to find me. If not, that's fine too.
Johnson, it's
I'll
up to
see you
you.
guys
If
later.
you want to report them and do something about it, whatever makes you happy, you should do that.
He sort of waves, but he picks up his pace and continues to walk ahead.
I'm really making a lot of enemies today.
He didn't seem angry. He just seemed sad, reminded of a darker time.
Well, you live and you learn, I suppose.
Yeah, so you make your way back, you rest up for the rest of the night, and yeah, long rest it up.
Think. Good.
All right. Is there anything big that people want to do on the next Saturday, or anything at all that people want to do on the next Saturday? Because the next main event is Saturday night. So, if there's anything people
Saturday
want.
night?
What?
What's Saturday night?
The next plot point that I'll have happen for you. But if there's anything you guys want to do during the day, we can do
Oh,
that.
our game is on Friday. That's right.
Yeah, you. If there's anything you guys want to do during the day on Saturday, let me know. Otherwise, we can skip straight to the night.
I don't have anything now.
Cool. No mysteries you want solved. No information you want gathered. No plants to eat. I don't know.
There's
If
always
you want
time.
us to do stuff, we sure can we can sure
No, it's-
think of something.
Yeah.
There's just an overhanging mystery that I think people have forgotten about. That
Oh, the
I'm not thinking of
tunnels,
that right now.
not the tunnels.
those in the lake.
Nope. Not
Oh,
those.
The dead
our
guy.
friend.
Elias?
Well, yeah, you could write a letter to Elias, but that's not what I'm talking about.
The dead guy.
It hasn't been forgotten. That's good to know. I just want to make sure that
nothing
we
about
all remember that it happened.
Honestly,
It's
doesn't seem
been
like
like a
lot of
week.
backstory.
I forgot about it when I was
I don't
writing the
think
thing, and
so.
I'm like, oh fuck.
Oh, wait,
I
which-
wouldn't be helpful. I can't speak
the
dwarf.
murder victim?
I don't think you guys told us.
Was there another dead guy?
No, I'm pretty sure they told you when they got back.
Shandi was in his room
Yeah, that's
at
true.
the time.
I don't remember being part of that conversation.
Yeah, I don't think that actually happened.
No,
No,
Did-
we definitely went over it.
did happen
Yeah.
when they got back in the morning.
I was just being a pouty baby, so I didn't hear
Yeah,
it.
he was up. Shandi wasn't there, but Tether was pretty sleep deprived. So if she didn't register that information, that makes
Alright,
sense.
I do remember that, but I don't.
Turn just
remember-
doesn't give a fuck about
Yeah.
anything else. It's fine.
Hey, Turn is borderline short-term memory loss.
Okay.
He's trying
Apparently
to.
so.
Call it whatever you want. Call it careless. Call it short-term memory loss. Same thing.
Wild the Turn hate right now.
Oh, is this why during the week in between sessions you always say Una hates Turn? Now I see why you say. Okay.
Yes, it's because of moments like this.
Oh. Oops. Sorry. I'll be more mindful of that.
I mean, unless you seem like you want to pursue it, Turn's gonna let it go.
It is also super fine not to. I just wanted to make sure that we didn't lose the plot thread because I forgot about it over the week. So, also, you were supposed to have been disconnected if you're worried about the map tool. It was meant to go.
The only plot I need is Blast Ball.
You can play. This can become a Blast Ball campaign if you want. That's the thing we can do. Regardless, yeah.
I kind of want to try to make some sort of order out of the chaos of our paint job.
Sure. Yeah. You can
Maybe take one of the blobs on the wall, turn it into a bush.
Sure. Make a dex check to do that.
Oh no!
Can I help her?
Yeah, that's fine. You can make it an advantage with Tether helping.
Yay! Hold on. Where's all advantage? Okay, natural 20.
Natural 20. Yeah, you make a surprisingly beautiful room out of the mess that you guys had made it earlier in this week. Looks good. It looks really good. Yeah. It's maybe a little bit more abstract than you were hoping for, but like it looks purposeful rather than just horrible paint splatters everywhere.
And when those plants grow in, it will be a fucking jungle room.
It'll be nice. But that night, as you are finishing up your painting, you all hear a knock on the bunk door.
Come in.
Hello.
Oh, wait, on the front door?
The front door, yeah.
Oh. I jumped down the steps.
Why do people knock? They can just come in, right?
Come in.
It's polite, Tether, to knock.
Hello? You see as Bram sort of opens the door, or Bram, sorry, that's not his name, Bram? Who's Bram?
Bram.
Bram.
Bram opens the door and says, "Hi, everybody here?
What's going on?
We have
bro?
a bit of a meeting down in the main area."
Soon we can all come down the stairs and
Yeah.
see what's...
I say, family meeting, Brom's here.
Hey, so, thought I'd let you know. Get your rest tonight. Tomorrow, we have our first field trip.
What type of field? Barley, wheat,
I thought she didn't like produce.
hemp?
Well, at my request, the program, on my recognition, realizes that as much as learning in classes might help you all in theory, the best way to get good at things is through practical experience, and also getting your name out there is going to help a lot as far as, higher ability is concerned. So, we're taking a week-long trip down southeast to a small village called Wilter's Watch. They got a bit of a problem down there, and we are going to go solve that problem. Some might call it a quest. I'm sure you've heard of those before. Yeah, Tether.
I'm so
Are we hoeing, planting,
We're not farming.
What?
harvesting?
We're not.
Field trip.
There's no farming. Field trip means we're studying out in the field, out in the world, not an agricultural field, Tether. we're heading down to Wilter's Watch. Yes, we'll do questions before I finish explaining the assignment.
Never mind.
Oh, before?
I'm sure you're about to explain it, so go right ahead, please.
Thank you.
So excited.
We are going down to Wilter's Wash. Some of you might have heard of it. It's the town closest to the Withered Queen's Court, and you can see him grimace at that. They've had some issues down there recently with what I believe to be some sort of monster incursion, and we have been assigned to take care of that problem. Myself and Elitha are going to be your chaperones. We will be there to make sure you don't die, but from arrival to completion of the job, this is your quest. If you have to rely on us, that doesn't really reflect well on what your grades will be for this particular trip, nor your capability in the field. But I've seen you all in action, so I think you can handle something as simple as this. That's the spiel. Do we have questions? Yes. We'll start with Turn. We'll move to Tether.
Who's the Weathered Queen?
You don't know the Withered...
Didn't we go over this earlier in the campaign?
We did, but Turn's got a bad memory. Old Archfey woke up thousands of years ago, basically decayed a huge chunk of land between Zymor and Nildor, got sent back to the Feywild. That's how the Exit Sortilegium happened. They did that.
Are the monsters related to her? Do we think?
We don't know. I doubt it. The briefing I got, I was in contact with a member of the Platinum Claw, which you guys know is the military of Zymor, who's stationed there. It was Second Talon Bolau was the one who sent the letter. Apparently, they take care of the stuff from the Withered Queen's Court. This is a different problem. They don't have the manpower to take care of it. Could be related. They don't seem to think it is. But be ready to encounter some Fey creatures just in case. You get close to the Withered Court, things get a little uncomfortable.
It'll be just like
Because now it's some kind of gateway.
Well, there's rumored to be a gateway to the Feywild in the center of it, but that has not been confirmed, and is not officially on record anywhere.
Oh.
And we're not going in there, so it's not
In
our
my
problem.
notes, rumored.
What time do we leave? 4 a.m.?
We're gonna leave at sunrise, so a little after 4 a.m. 2-day journey down there. Stay and hopefully you can get this problem done in a week. Honestly, it's probably goblins, so it won't be too hard. Just some food stuff going missing. Classic goblin tactics. So, yeah. Shouldn't be too hard. We'll hopefully be back up here next week in time to resume your studies. But, yeah, that's the plan. So get your rest tonight. We head out tomorrow morning. Yes, Tether, your question.
Can the next field trip be an agricultural one?
What now?
Agricultural.
No, Coral's not coming.
Agricultural.
Oh, no. We're not training you to be farmers. We're training you to be heroes. If you want to farm, that's plenty fine. Just do it on your own time.
I'm so excited we finally get to be heroes. 2 weeks we've been in this place and no one said, "Oh, go be a hero." Finally, Braum shows up, he knocks on our door and says, "Oh, go be a hero."
I mean, hero is a strong word for dealing with a small infestation, but...
And you're using it well, Braum.
Alright. Tether, yes.
Do you want to farm with me?
No. Next. Don't take it the wrong way, Tether. I've lived a lot of years. I've done my share of farming. I've done more than enough.
I'm gonna try to go to sleep now so tomorrow comes faster.
You're legitimately really excited about this, huh, Turn?
Right,
that
this is
makes-
what I've been waiting my whole entire 2 weeks for.
That makes one of us. Alright. Well, okay. Any further questions? Okay. Pack things to sleep on. Several changes of clothes. We'll take care of the food. Also, bring weapons, obviously. And anything you'd need to deal with the hostile situation. I've sent in word to your respective employers. gotten you the week off, so no one need to worry about that. But yeah, see you bright and early.
Very well.
Sleep tight. See you
Oh.
tomorrow.
I suppose so. And
Ew.
he leaves.
I have the jitters. That's how excited Turn is.
Turn can't wait to get out there. Yeah, so he leaves. It's probably 6 p.m. at this point.
Well, we best start preparing.
For what?
We're leaving tomorrow. We're gonna go see a village that has a problem with monsters, and we're gonna fight them off.
Oh yeah, I got distracted by the fields.
Aren't you excited?
I mean, I'm going to play somewhere with you guys, so sure.
That's the spirit.
I think some people just show excitement differently.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm excited.
Oh. I know, we're all excited. This is so exciting.
Okay.
Sometimes when I get really excited, I explore.
I've never done that, but
No, when Fern gets excited, he birds.
He shits, he bird shits.
Right. So yeah, as you prepare for your first outing as a band of adventurers, nay heroes, and the night begins to fall, that is where we will end this year's session of Bright Futures, and we will pick up bright and early tomorrow as your journey down to the southeast and the Withered Queen's Court begins. Cool. Thanks for playing. I knew Blast Ball would be tough, but wow, they were. I overcorrected from last time. I went from the other team doesn't stand a chance to whoo, but they were cheating, so that does make it more difficult.
okay. Little humility.
We'll get him next time, team.
Well, hey, I think that's the first time you guys have lost a fight since I've DM'd for you, so it was bound to happen eventually, and I'm
Hopefully
glad
the
it
first
happened in
of many.
sport. Hopefully the first of many? You want that?
I don't know, party wipe, sure, whatever. It's gonna happen.
It's been 10
Stop.
sessions and Peter hasn't died yet. Feels wrong.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You haven't let me plane shift anything. Come on.
Peter dies from Blast Ball.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Michael, you had a question?
Yeah, real quick. Peter died for the demo version of Dungeon Party.
Oh yeah,
Oh no wait! I died to the eels.
You did die to the eels. Peter
died to the
has
eels.
already died. Good, we're good. We're safe.
Oh.
Peter already died once. Yeah.
I think the only
Yeah.
campaign
Nobody else
I-
was there, but he did
I
die.
think the only campaign I haven't died during on this show is the Casters in Space.
Oh, the bad one.
No, you died in the first episode. That wasn't
Yeah.
on the show, but you died in the
No,
first
that was
session.
Phoenix. That was
That was
Phoenix.
Phoenix
Oh,
died
okay,
in the
never
first episode. Yeah, Phoenix got
I
instantly
died first
killed.
attack.
Yeah.
Before I even took my first turn. I got
he got death rayed by a beholder.
Yeah.
Uh,